we should be good to go here.
Excellent, excellent, dude. Glad to have you on, man.
All
Good to
right,
do the
we
streamer. All
should be
right.
good. We should now be broadcasting to all the
Excellent.
people. Here we go. So, we're both streaming this on our channels, both mine and No Bullshits, respectively. So you can go
Yes, we
there,
are.
you can go here. It depends. We're giving you some options. There we go. Let me know, everyone in my chat, if the volume is a little janky and strange. And here come the comments. Oh boy.
Yeah, same here as well. Thanks for coming on the show. Today we're talking about a little Mass Effect Andromeda, more specifically some of the interesting social justice political stances in the script mostly. But
Yeah, I haven't played too much of Andromeda itself. I've played a little bit. I've got some other things that have kind of come to mind that have happened recently, because it's kind of been making its way into gaming. And what the let me turn my voice up just a little bit. In terms of this, this SJW stuff that's going on, it's really infectious. It's really violent. It tries to get its hands in everything, and it's easy for you for when it's in other things and you don't really see it and you just kind of read about it. It's one thing, but then you finally get it into your hobbies and you get it into the things that you enjoy and love. Then it becomes a lot more apparent, a lot more obvious.
yeah, and it feels awkward a lot of times. That's what I noticed with some of the instances in this game specifically, or just other times where they, try to force in just something that just didn't fit in there and fit in with the cast, or in this case, it kind of didn't fit today in the Andromeda. It was like not even really jiving with the story. It just like pop out of nowhere.
Well, one of the things is with me when I started this channel, it was really just like this hobby and everything, and I always listened to guys like Kraut and T, and I listened to Sargon, I listened to a little Naked Ape here and there. I listened to a bunch of guys talk about social justice stuff, and you saw about it. You saw people tweeting about it. You saw the stories about it. You saw other people talking about it. But when you never really interact with these kinds of people or see the direct effects of the stuff that they do and cause, it's really weird when
Sure.
the first time that you actually do. And you see that on Twitter and you see that on YouTube. You get these people, and it's almost like you assume that they're a joke and they're not real. And then you have to kind of steel yourself and come to the realization that these people actually exist. There are people like this, and they're all on a spectrum. Some are a lot more crazy and insane than others, of course. But there are some who are just absolute batshit insane. And it's strange to actually interact with them and see them, especially when they're interacting with you.
Yeah, it's like seeing them out in the wild. It sounds like it's like you'd hear about this stuff, you kind of read about it or see a lot of videos, and then boom, you start see it at work, or you run into it at when you're buying a game at the store or something like that. It's a lot different to see it in the wild, in the buff, in its natural habitat.
Yeah, it's like an animal. You see one in the pictures, and then you see one in real life, and it's just different. It looks the same, but it's different because it's real.
hmm
Because I think for a lot of us, since we don't interact with these kinds of people, and a lot of the times we don't necessarily understand their motives, and I think a lot of them have good intentions, thus the sayings that come along with that. But it's
hmm
really, since most of us have a distance with them, and we're observing other people interacting with them instead of doing it ourselves, it is kind of strange sometimes to actually run right into them. And then of course you just get used to it. And for a lot of people, video games are a way that they see them. First off, it's a method that we all, a lot of us play video games, and so when we see the effects of social justice warriors and the stuff that they push for and the clear influences that it takes on the creative process and the direction video games take, it's weird because you're living it out. Like, this
hmm
is something you didn't want or never asked for that someone is trying to push at you, and you didn't used to see it and now you do. And sometimes it's very awkward and forced.
Yeah, it's the awkwardness and then the unnecessary part of it too. I just don't see any kind of benefit, any kind of upside But before we go on, I think there's some kind of audio problem on my end. I'm not sure how your stream's going or what's going on, but I might have to check this microphone real quick. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. We can spend a moment trying to get everything all set up. If
Yeah, I don't
everyone,
know if you have any response on your chat if you said you're going live too, but something's wrong with my end. I don't know what it is, but let me try something.
all right, I asked them how the volumes were, if I need to turn mine up or down, or turn you up or down. I don't stream much. I'm trying to do it a little bit more, and I'll probably do it more in the past for stuff like this. But
Yeah, same
audio
here. I've been
is
trying to do more, and then just had a few issues. Some people are saying no audio. I couldn't start it up the other day, but I don't know. I guess if I should just restart the stream or something. What do you think, man?
well. If you wanna, people are saying it's fine for me. People on my stream say it's good. So
Okay,
if
both of
you,
us are good.
yeah, mine's good.
Okay,
Um,
cool. Then we got it recorded at least. We can try to roll, and then maybe I'll just like re,
well,
at least
if
they can go to your channel or something like that if they're
if
watching. They can't hear it.
well, if you ever have any issues, you can always just take mine and upload it to your channel. It's the same thing either way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we got it for the record. Then we'll just go on. Sorry about that, bud.
Yeah, it's best to get the
But
sound out now. But go
yeah,
ahead.
and it's good. It's good to get rolling into the Andromeda and the idea of SJWs kind of getting into games. But to back off for a second, did you say you played the game or just some?
I played it a little bit. I only played up. I did the tutorial mission. Bioware games, especially Mass Effect, they have that first tutorial sort of mission to run through and set things up. And
Hmm.
that's as far as I've played. So I've played about an hour's worth of Mass Effect Andromeda, and it looked pretty darn good.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the graphics are insane.
yeah, they do look
Yeah,
good. The
it's
everything
good.
that isn't weird enough for a Mass Effect game, everything that isn't the faces actually looks pretty decent.
Hmm.
The
Yeah,
opening
that's
few scenes here. Let me see. I think in OBS I can pull up some screenshots I've got.
cool.
Let me browse. But it really was cool looking. And that was one thing that kind of surprised me because you hear all this crazy stuff about how everything's bad. And then you get into the game and there are some legitimately good things about it. And
Hmm.
I've got screenshots here.
Yeah, it's crazy that I didn't expect it because I mean I played the last Mass Effect and the graphics were good too, but then all of a sudden this was just like crazy, and then they had these insane planets, uh, the stuff on the ground and the water and stuff floating. I mean, some of it was kind of typical sci-fi, but it just looks so good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, a lot of it looks pretty decent. Now the frame rate was really kind of when it could, but my machine had set everything basically to all ultra, all everything for the most part, and it was, I mean it was, but it still looked really good. It still looked really good. They did a good job setting it up where it was an alien world and it was strange and it was unusual and you didn't know what was going on and things were
Hmm.
alien, but
Right.
then quickly you find aliens that you can just scavenge things from and you don't pick up their weapons and do things like that that
Hmm.
would just seem obvious,
Hmm.
but for the most
Yeah, it
part I really
has
do
a
like it.
strong start. Has a strong start for sure.
Well, when I say I liked it, I don't feel the other Mass Effects when I played them, with every single one I felt the desire to want to keep playing it. Like I would
Mhm.
finish the the starter mission and I would want to keep going. I would
Right.
want to see what happens next. I would want to find more characters. I would do all that stuff, da da da. But in this one,
Collect,
I don't
go to
feel.
different planets and side missions, try a different skin or a different character, guy or girl.
Yeah, but
That's like,
this one, I don't feel that. I don't feel that way on this one. It's like
oh, I didn't even create a character. I just went with
I went with the
random
default.
girl.
Yeah, I went with the default chick because
Yeah.
all of the alternative ones that you could customize, they all look shit. They all look
Mhm.
terrible. Like they look bad. The character models in this game do not look good. I can't
Yeah, when you
stress that
get to the
enough. They don't look
faces,
good.
yeah, once you get to the faces, I mean, everything else is like really above the boards, but I think the faces and then I guess some of the body, but mostly it's like I don't know, it feels like it's like Fallout 4 faces.
I mean, well,
And
I'd say Fallout 4 faces were better. I mean, like, these ones
I
are just
think they were,
bad.
yeah, they're weird. Like especially the choices of some of the new aliens. I don't know if you saw them in the first hour or not. I played the game some more than that, but just like maybe like a few more hours. I
Did
played
someone just give me
through.
$125?
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you for.
Did,
That's
wait.
awesome.
Did someone give me
Is that on your chat, the
the
super
super
chat?
chat? I think someone gave.
Your super chat's banging, dude.
What the fuck? Who is this guy? Semi-zero gravity. No. Wait, I mean, what? No way.
That's cool.
This guy, semi-zero gravity. It says he sent me $125. That can't be USD. That can't be USD. That's
That's
PHP. That's 25.
125 bot.
I was like, okay. Yeah, I was like, what?
What is it?
Because I thought
what is
his,
PH?
I don't know. I thought his name was PHP, and so when I read it, I was like, who is PHP? And then it brought me to semi-zero gravity. Like, wait a second, what is PHP? And oh well, I was like, what?
Someone's giving you shekels, dude.
That's what. Hey, if everyone gave me just a single shekel, I would have a pile of shekels.
Oh,
But I
that's
do
not nothing.
appreciate the
Adds up.
PHP things. Even though I really, my heart was stopped for a second there.
I could tell, dude. I was worried. I'm like,
Shit,
no,
this YouTube crap's easy.
dude, it's tight. It's tight, dude. Thank you everybody for watching. By the way, thank you everyone for watching on my channel and Ryan's channel. We're talking about Mass Effect. We're getting hundreds of dollars. We're just getting rich, living on top of the planet.
Um,
No, I'm playing.
when it comes to just a quick thing on the game itself for Andromeda. What I see right now is it looks like the combat could really open up well. I think that based on what I've seen, based on the powers, based on all the stuff that I could have, I mean, I think it'll really, really open up. And I've heard that the combat is actually a pretty good part of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's good. It's good. It gets better. You do your upgrades, but they changed it, and I think that's for the better. And they added that jetpack. That jetpack part is so cool. Like the jumper, the little jumper
yeah,
part.
yeah, I see that. I don't really care for it either way, and it's just doesn't matter too much to me. In
Yeah.
terms of the characters, though, I don't care about anybody, and in terms of the story, I don't care about anyone or anything. Nothing has really grabbed me yet. And people are telling me that it takes about 6 to 8 hours for the game to get really going, and that's not exactly a ringing endorsement of a game. Hopefully, I can
That's
get to that point.
long.
Well, yeah,
That's
that's what people said about their last game, Inquisition. They said, well, once you get to the 10, 20-hour mark, it really picks up. It's like, yeah, but if I have to I've played 10, 20 hours worth of the game to get to that point, no thanks. So hopefully, I can get into Andromeda, but I've got so much. I was going to beat Metal Gear Solid 5, what I assume is at the end of Metal Gear Solid 5 today. But I had things to do, and I'll do this. So I'll do that later, and that'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good game. I want to finish it eventually, but let's get into some of those specific moments that I feel might have been added by some sort of lobby or social justice cause. I'm not, I don't know how EA or BioWare is exactly, writing things, but whenever you heard the line, the "no bigots allowed" line, it's kind of been going around as a meme. What'd you feel about that? Did you think it was forced?
I haven't gotten to that point yet. But let me see.
Basically, it's just the captain going to one of the new recruits, and it kind of just turns to something about each race and not wanting to meet new races, kind of thing. I guess they're, Mass Effect's known for doing different political themes before, so I think that might be a good defense of it.
Well, could you imagine the phrase "no bigots allowed" being in 1, 2, or 3?
No.
Because I can't either. As much as I played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and I played them a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
As much as I played those games, I can't imagine a scenario where where Commander Shepard would say, no, I don't want any bigots around here.
Yeah, watch out for the bigots. Bigots beware. It just sounds so. The wording of it. Now that you say the wording of it is like, if they said anything like that, it would definitely be phrased
Yeah, it's
better.
like, and quite frankly, it makes you look like a fucking pussy, is what it does. It's like, can I join your crew, Commander Shepard, Commander Ryder? It's like, okay, but no bigots allowed. It's like, I understand
so weak.
you're a tech expert, or you're a biotic warrior, or you're an expert with a sniper rifle, but no bigots allowed. Not on this spaceship.
They allow aliens and robots and just fake spies and soldiers, but no bigots.
Well, yeah,
Don't be
because
racist.
I mean,
Don't be space racist.
because Ashley Williams from Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, she kind of had a bit of racism, but that was because of her history with her father and things like that, and that's one of the things that kind of rounded her as a character a little bit. And you had, obviously the Krogan and then the Solarians, and there was racial tensions in the game. And so
Yeah,
to say
for sure.
that we're not going to accept your help because you might have some prejudices that's not even a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It seemed like one of those moments where they wanted to prove that the main character is noble or whatever, righteous, virtue signaled for Shepard, not Shepard. I mean, not Shepard. Hello?
Say that one more time.
Oh, I was saying it seemed like the setup, the no bigots allowed, is like just to show that the main character is not a racist or whatever
Yeah,
you call it, or whatever,
maybe.
not a welcoming or not xenophobic.
Well, I think that the people who might be in charge of making the game might want to slip that in, because maybe it's more of a message to the player than it is to any character in the actual game. Really, is what it is. And it's a binary, is what it is in terms of the responses. The responses are, yep, so are you, or no bigots allowed. Like, there's no middle ground. There's no. I mean, that's what it is.
There's no good or bad choices, no evil or noble or whatever you call it. It seems like a lot of the choices in this new one too are not really giving you any kind of much of an option.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, you can't play a dark streak anymore.
When you have, I mean, and we have and we've said it to death, and there's the whole Manveer Ire thing, and then some of the other writers are maybe less than, I don't know, but they try to kind of, they try to slip things in there. Luckily, the big, Manveer Ire was the big one with, his anti-white prejudices, and he has a lot of racist comments. He said he was a gameplay designer. He didn't have anything to do with the story or dialogue, as far as we know. Thank goodness. If not, then because Bioware games are heavy on story, in theory, I guess they were tentatively heavy on story and characters. So if someone like that was in charge of more narrative aspects of the game, then people would be obviously a lot more concerned with the direction that Mass Effect would take as a series, if people like that were in charge of determining those sorts of things.
Yeah, and I think another part is just taking opportunity where, and that Mass Effect has that global issue, those global, well, fictional global issues where there's races coming together. So it's just natural for people to say, oh, well, we put some kind of message about unity in the story. It may not be as nefarious as I thought.
Well, when you would think that it's about unity, but really when one of the qualifications for someone to join your crew is you say no bigots allowed. I mean, that's kind of one of those things where you don't know any other experiences or where they're from. You might not know their history. You might not know really anything about them. And so to have them say things along the nature of, no bigots allowed, that it's so polarizing to someone who could potentially be a crew member. I would never ever say that if I was in a scenario like that, I would try to be extremely accommodating to someone who's trying to help the cause, especially. I would try not to, prod them or poke them. I'd try to ease them into things.
Yeah, that wouldn't even work, on a ship in the real world. If you're on a ship, some sort of international ship or something going, country to country, it could be the same kind of thing if you're traveling and far away or something. And like, like you're saying, you can't judge someone for history for hundreds of years or whatever their culture is. And that's a lot of the message that dates back to Mass Effect 3 too, like you were saying with Krogan, and they're constantly whatever you'd call it, bigoted or racist to the other race that tried to knock them out.
Well, they didn't like
them.
Yeah, because of their history, the Turians and the Solarians and the Krogans didn't get along. And I mean, that was something you had to kind of clear up in the end. It was this big overarching
way more
story.
Complicated. It's way more complicated than I was saying. I didn't remember specifically. I know it was like one person invented the virus, one group invented and one implemented, and this and that.
But going into the thanks Zukai for the $5. Thanks a whole bunch.
Nice.
But we were going to talk about social justice stuff, and that's one aspect of it. With now it pops up more and more, and it's not just in video games. We've seen it with Marvel comics. There's a YouTuber I watch named Appabend, and he does a lot of stuff relating to the comic book side of things. But Marvel's been having a lot of issues with their comic books because they've taken a really strong diversity, feminist SJW approach to a lot of their characters. They're trying to be inclusive for the sake of itself, and some of the stuff that they've written in their comics is so insane you'd think it was a parody.
I've heard about that too. I've heard about the huge streak and across all the issues or all the titles, just some multiculturalism, trying to break ground with race or whatever they think they're trying to do. And there was the one story where you get into the one where there was ended up being subliminal messages from one of the artists.
Well, yeah, he was the Indonesian artist, and he had hidden symbols and things in the comics referencing pretty much anti-Christian, anti-Jewish protests and references to the Quran and verses that were not so friendly because Quran. And
it's crazy.
That got them in a lot of hot water. He was fired. And apparently, because Appabend is Indonesian, and he was saying it pisses him off especially because it's really against, what he wants as a value in Indonesia, but because it makes people who want to work in comics from his country look bad because they're afraid of someone else trying to get in subliminal stuff in comics too. Also, thank you very much, Eli, for the $5.
That's excellent, dude.
That
You're
is
killing
excellent.
it, man.
Yeah,
Someone
I got some good people.
Yeah, someone just donated a ham sandwich to my super chat. I don't know how that's possible, but
hell yeah,
I appreciate that. Ham is great. Thanks.
I can't eat a $5 bill.
Yeah, we got 84 watching over here, talking with Rags. If you just jumped in, hope the audio is still good on my side. Dude, what was that? What game were we talking about?
Which one? Sorry.
Mass Effect, and then Mass Effect 3, the Krogan.
What are you
talking and then the Marvel comics. That's what it was, dude. That's what it was.
Yeah, a lot of readers are just abandoning the comics because they're pushing this social justice stuff. I mean, hard, and it's not subtle. It's like in your face and obvious.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's like killing the sales.
Yeah, you can go to Google. You type in, Red Skull speech. And it stuff's really crazy. Red Skull's supposed to be the bad guy, and he's the one making pro-America and anti-SJW speeches. And it's crazy how because it's so obvious and it's so in your face, you do think it's parody. And that's the problem with SJWs a lot of the times nowadays. You don't know who's real, and you don't know who's faking it, and you don't know if these people are real or not, or if they're you just can't tell. You don't know whether or not people are parodies or if they're just trying to troll you or if they actually believe that bollocks. And
Yeah,
with
they're just so hardcore, and then they all seem to. It's like the party lines kind of thing. They hit the typical notes, and you just wonder if they're really even still believe in things like, I don't know, the wage gap or something that is just stuff that's been debunked, like, institutional kind of racism, uh, conspiracy theory stuff.
and they're and because so many people are pulling out of Marvel comics and they're not reading them because of all these very obvious in your face political messages. I mean, they're gonna pull back on it. They're stopping it. They are. I mean, they're going for less politics and just more superhero stories. Because really, you have to depoliticize yourself when you talk about stuff like this, because the reality is if people don't buy your shit, you're going to run out of money. And if you run out of money, then what that means is you're not going to have the support to push your agenda, and you could be the biggest ideologue in the world, but the reality of not making money eventually is going to set in because it's not what people want, and you're going to have to pull back. Because if you don't, you're just not going to make anything.
And I think the other reality too is just this stuff, this SJW multicultural stuff. It's not selling. It's not making money. If it was making more money, it could be spun out and become more popular, and they could make more episodes. But it seems like every time they try it, it just makes things worse. It makes sales go down. The movies are flopping. People aren't buying Marvel comics, things like that. It's never does well for the bottom line.
Mm-mm. I mean, you can only do it so long before people just get fed up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we've got the Marvel thing. We got Mass Effect, and Mass Effect's a big one. Bioware is a big company, but Bioware is, as Ian Miles Chong said, Bioware has pretty much become the living embodiment of Theseus's ship. I mean, it's yes, it's the same company, but all the parts are different now, and it's not what it used to be, and it's not the same company
Mm-hmm.
that made those great games in the past. I mean, the KOTORs and the original Mass Effects, Dragon Age Origins, that stuff, in Jade Empire, that company's dead and gone. It only lives on through a name. It doesn't
Things
exist
change.
anymore.
Yeah, this management changes, just the whole crews. Stories get taken over by new ideas, by sometimes committees whenever they get so popular. I think it might be a part of it getting so popular. It kind of got bigger than it's not bigger than its britches. Like, it still does well, but now it's not a small thing that's done by a few well talented people. It's a big corporate thing that's made to sell, and made to just pump out. And it might suffer from a little bit of lack of writing and things like that.
Well, I keep seeing things that are retweeted by people and the reviews of Bioware that come out, and I mean, I think that they do have an agenda, and I think they have a structure issue over there at the company, and
Hmm.
it's something they need to work out because I haven't really looked up the sales figures of Andromeda. Let me check it at sales.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I don't know if it sounds like it's doing fair. I wouldn't say it's good or bad
Yeah,
yet.
it
I'm
it
sure people are
debuts
buying it though.
debuts at number one, but can't top previous Mass Effect 3 sales after tepid reviews.
Mm.
So it's not an improvement, from Mass Effect 3. But it got a lot of bad press because of the pathetic quality of animations and how the reviews have been. They've been very unenthusiastic for the most part, not like
Oh
they
yeah, it
used
was a
to.
rocky start. It seemed like a rocky start. I was pretty worried about it for the first week. I didn't know if it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna flop or anything, but it seemed like really buggy at first. A lot of the testers in the first videos were like all glitches and weird faces.
It didn't look good. I mean, I didn't have any
Mm-mm.
plans to get it really, but then I caught a particularly good place to get it on sale, and I went ahead and got it. And I'll get around to it eventually, um, but it might take time. Someone's asking me if I'd want a Call of Duty in the Civil War, and I say hell yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Um,
That's cool.
Now, Overwatch is another game that's really been worked up into this SJW stuff.
For sure.
There was an article that came out probably about a week ago now, about how Overwatch's success Let's see, Overwatch. Overwatch's success from the conversation.com. This was written by Sam Hinton and Douglas Catling. But on the article is called "Diversity and Inclusion Are the Heroes in Overwatch: A Runaway Commercial Gaming Success." Because it's not the gameplay or the balance or the modes or the characters themselves, it's the diversity and inclusion of Overwatch that are the real heroes. And I would say no, not at all. The article has a Anita Sarkeesian video linked in the middle of a paragraph, so that might tell you a few things about where they're going. So there's not a lot of academic rigor happening in this particular.
That says a lot. That says a lot already.
It does. Nowadays, it's really important that you check who the authors are. The video I'm doing now, it'll probably be done tomorrow or whenever I get around to finishing it, probably soon, is a study that said that male gamers will harass female gamers more if they're not as good and things like that. But then the author is openly anti-Gamergate and stuff like that, and it's a bad study, and they didn't use a good sample size. They only used one game. They only used a certain number of matches. They clearly were trying to look for information that would confirm their bias. So you really have to watch out now whenever you find articles like this stuff. But
yeah, you got to do it. Everything can be so deceptive. They get on one website or blog or a tech blog or something, and you would glance on it and think it's real, but if you try to check the links or maybe check the author or what school they went to, if you see red flags like, I don't know, Anita Sarkeesian or Sean King or something like that, or maybe they had a gender studies degree or female feminism college, it's always going to be trouble.
Thanks, Vienticus, for $5. He said anyone who wants to talk about social justice should read The Republic, Book 1. So,
Ooh, that's like the classic Republic from school?
I think so.
Sounds familiar. That sounds like a book.
The one by Plato, I think. Yeah, Book 1 of Plato's The Republic.
Okay. That sounds deep. We got some deep people watching.
It's good to know I got some smart people watching. I'm going to keep that tab open and I'll look into it later. I've been listening to a lot of, there's a website called The Great Courses Plus. I learned about them from Lindy Beige. And as I've been playing games and stuff, I've been listening to lectures and things. So that maybe if they got something on there about the Republic, I'll dive into it.
Nice.
It's a good way to catch up on my smarts because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, keep exercise your video games and your mind, your hands and your thoughts.
Yep, anime sana and corpore sana. Now, when it comes to Overwatch, we had Tracer's butt pose, which they changed for some reason.
Too sexy, man. Too sexy.
Yeah, and no chat. I have not played Nier Automata. They've got. Let me see. They came out and said the whole Tracer is gay thing that happened. I think most people don't care at all. I'm pretty certain almost everyone doesn't care. If anything, it makes her even more sexy to most people, right? So I know when they had that image of her kissing another girl, and it turned out that Tracer was gay and she was a lesbian or bisexual or whatever. I think obviously this was a way. I think they were just doing it to pander to the SJW sort of crowd because I think. Someone's asking about the lecture site, The Great Courses Plus.
The Great Courses Plus.
Now, because with her being gay, I think they're just trying to pander to that sort of crowd. 99% of people probably don't care at all. I bet more people think that makes her hotter instead of having her be less attractive from that, because a fantasy doesn't care what the reality of fiction is anyway. I mean,
right.
if you're beaten off,
playing don't care. The people that are really playing and buying are not caring. Like, I don't know, was that revealed in the story or something?
It was a comic that they had released around Christmas time, I believe, and she had a girlfriend, and they kissed on the couch and all that. And I think that because there was no one out there who was beaten off to Tracer before who stopped because of this comic. It doesn't care. Your penis doesn't care. I mean, it's not going to stop anybody.
No, she's hot. She's hot. I mean, it's not going to matter, what her orientation is or what her backstory is sometimes or something.
And when it comes to, I mean, I think they said that Symmetra was autistic and things like that. I don't know. That's what I heard. I heard that Symmetra was autistic, which would explain how pussy her weapon is. And you don't have to aim it. You just keep people on screen and you get hits for it. Like, good job giving that to the autistic chick. That's awesome. Good job, Blizzard.
Just overpower her. You feel bad.
And no, Crowslaw, I've not played Bayonetta, though it is on PC now.
I saw that just came out. But on the Overwatch, I think was another one that since it did so well, it got popular, and then because the social justice kind of came in later. I think when it came out and it was in beta and people were excited about it, you didn't hear anything, and then all of a sudden when it came,
it exploded. It got huge, and it's a good game. I don't know if it's as good as all the hype would suggest, and how crazy it was like. But it was the first new IP that Blizzard released in like over a decade or something like that. They've been doing the StarCrafts and Diablos and Warcrafts and things like that.
Yeah, it was well done. It was well done.
But Nexus in the chat said, I actually think the comic was not that bad. It just treated it like a normal thing, and I felt like they did it kind of right. And yeah, to me, it's fine. I don't care either way. It doesn't matter to me. I never really played Tracer anyway. It just wasn't really a character I cared for too much. And it was on the side. It wasn't in the game itself. It was this bit of lore that was in the back, like a lot of the lore in Overwatch is. And I never really felt like I never really cared. I mean, either way, it just didn't matter to me. It wasn't ever a thing that. I mean, it just doesn't matter what the sexuality of these characters is.
It's not a detail. It's that you're thinking when you're shooting and getting power ups and doing campaign or whatever it is. That's not even part of it at all.
And when you have a game like Overwatch with a diverse cast of characters, I think what's far more important. Oh, Jack Braxton just donated $10. Thanks very much, Jack.
Sweet.
There you go, Rags. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Now, one thing I think people conflate, because this article here, diversity and inclusion are the real heroes in Overwatch. It's like, no, I think the diversity in the cast of characters comes from their roles in terms of the gameplay and how they control and how unique they are to play from one another. Because I did a thoughts video on Overwatch, and I said that it's a mostly positive thing to have very, very different characters, but it does affect gameplay, especially when people jump in, and you can't really move from one character to another, and your skills don't really translate from one character to another because they are so insanely diverse and different because of how they play out. I don't think people are going to buy the game because, oh, this one's more brown than this other one, and this one's a woman, and this one's a man, and this one's a robot man, and that one's a woman turret lesbian, and it doesn't matter. People don't care about that stuff. I think people care about how they actually play out. Because it's a first-person shooter, right? You can't see yourself anyway, for the most part.
And people care about this one in particular, online, playing with your friends, connecting, shooting, and trying to get upgrades to your character. Stuff like that is what's on these gamers' minds. Possibly.
I can't think of anything else when it comes to. I mean, Blizzard in Overwatch. It's almost like I think they do this to keep people talking about it. Like they keep doing this every once in a while. They do something like this to kind of keep it, I don't want to say keep it relevant, but keep people talking about Overwatch, because it's one of those games that I can see people coming and going from, because it is a very repetitive game with the maps and characters and things. And one of the things that does keep it alive is the skill ceiling is just super high as the clouds, and you can always do better, and there's always something else there's always something else here to learn. And that's what really keeps people coming in. But there's a lot of people like me, like I played it today for a while, and I hadn't played it really since I made my Overwatch video on it. And that was, a number of weeks ago, I think. I don't know, time's a blur.
going fast.
Yeah, but it helps get people's interest back into the game. It's like Tracer's gay. I was like, fuck, I better go play gay Tracer now, I guess. Some people, I don't know.
They got you wanting to play it again. I want to see how gay Tracer plays.
Um,
Yeah, and the other thing that's cool about the mechanics is it's kind of like a combination of a shooter and almost like a fighter or street fighter or some kind of game with unique characters. Like you were saying, each character is so unique, while at the same time it kind of looks like it might be like a regular shooter game like Far Cry or Call of Duty or something. But then you got these amazing powers, and with that also, to keep it going and to bring people back, they're able to add characters to it later on that just kind of extends the life of the game.
We have now. I remember something that happened not too long ago. It was in Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Before the game released, there was a piece of concept art that was shown, because the game is about, the Augs, the robot people who have robotic parts to them, and fully human people, and the society changes and you can enhance yourself and classes and things. It's a thing along those natures, humans and cyborgs.
Yeah, it comes with the same kind of things, the tones of racism or
Yeah,
anti-racism kind of things.
And in one of these pieces of concept art, they had a group of protesters, and the protesters had a sign that said "Augs Lives Matter." Augs being short for augmented, augmented.
Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, that was awesome.
And people were bitching and moaning because it was appropriating the Black Lives Matter fiasco that still seems to exist. Not as much as it used to be.
Right.
But
because they were so respectful. God, don't disrespect Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I think Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization, and fuck Black Lives Matter. So I don't give a shit what they think. But even though the concept art, I think, actually predated the inception of Augs Lives Matter, or Augs Lives Matter predated the inception of Black Lives Matter, they see it on the screen and they think it's appropriating some sort of a struggle or stealing the limelight, or they're making light of some subject, because nowadays you can't have any sort of call to anything going on in reality without someone bitching and whining about it. So when it comes to SJW effects in video games, to developers, if you ever watch this, you can't give in to this. You can't apologize. You can't give in. You have to be. They're never going to be satisfied. They're always going to find something to bitch about. They're always going to complain. They're always going to whine. So don't even pander to them at all. Don't even listen to them. Don't give them the time of day.
Yeah,
they'll never be satisfied.
I think the other part of it, is something you were getting at before, is they're trying to be relevant and they're making these references, and I think part of that is, I think a lot of them aren't even that political. Maybe they're just trying to just mention something that happened that year, like almost like they're a sketch on a comedy show. Just say something topical. To mention Trump, or mention Black Lives Matter, or mention whatever race kind of thing. Now it's the SJW bigot word that gets dropped in because it was going around recently. Things like that are kind of like, might be what did you call, like a callback or something.
Someone was saying, someone had mentioned the Tracer butt pose thing for Overwatch, and I think that they just basically lifted her leg and turned her a little bit to the side. So her butt pose is still a butt pose. It's just a different butt pose. So I don't know if Blizzard is just making fun of them, or if they're trolling the SJW, who was, I don't know. Who knows? But someone had mentioned in the chat that art imitates life. And I think that was the case with Mankind Divided. I think it was just art, the video game. It was it trying to imitate something that was happening in the real world, which is, these two groups and their conflicts, things of that nature. And I don't think there was anything strange about it, but what do I know? I'm a fucking white male, so I probably better just keep my mouth shut. Who knows?
Yeah, we're not allowed to speak because we're white males, but
yeah, but we're not the racists.
We're not racist at all. We're not bigots.
But the best thing about Overwatch is probably the porn. So there you go.
The porn, the the fantasies, the drawings, lacer, sex tape, tracer.
Let me see. I think you sent me a list because I had just a couple points to talk about. We can always get deeper if we need to.
For sure.
But you had some things listed out, right? In terms of
Yeah, I had
stuff
the
we wanna talk
Mass
about.
Effect stuff, which we pretty much went into, and then I was thinking, there's things about the guy. You did a couple of funny videos with the guy from PBS.
Oh yeah. Let me grab a bottle of water real quick. Just a second.
Sure. Take your time. While we got a second, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm here with Rags, and my name's No Bullshit. If you're on his channel, if you're on my channel, thanks for watching. We got 97 people. Chat is hyped. You guys are sweet for tuning in. 45 minutes. What do you guys think about PBS? Does anybody watch PBS or listen to PBS? I think the only show I can remember on there is Sesame Street. I think that's still on PBS. Was Mr. Rogers on PBS?
He was on I think so, yeah. Public broadcasting.
Yeah, that's old school. And then I think maybe Reading Rainbow when I was a kid.
Yeah, LeVar Burton and the Reading Rainbow and
Wishbone,
Clifford, Caillou, Little Bill.
Caillou. That name always gets me. I love that name.
Oh yes, Daddy.
Did you hear that story about how they're saying Caillou is like, they're like trying to guess why Caillou's bald?
Is he probably a cancer patient? I don't know.
Yeah, there's some dark backstory, but I don't think it's true. I think it's speculation or something.
His dad's a total cuck, though. His mom's too hot for him. But going back to with PBS Game Show guy, his name is Jamin Warren is his name. Now, the PBS Game Show, let me pull up their channel. It's still up. They don't do anything with it. PBS Game Show.
On for a couple of years, I think. Or like a year.
Let's see. They did 194 videos. They got about 150,000 subs. But
That's
their last video was let me go to videos. It was 9 months ago. It was on June the 30th of 2016.
Wow.
That was when their last video was, and it is 1,192 upvotes, 2,127, now 2,128 dislikes. Well, actually, no, I'm kind of happy that they're gone, but I think the general sentiment is for them to go and fuck right off and not come back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not sad to see him go.
Yeah, there was some funny things like borderline. It seemed like he was really trying to be like a almost like a Anita Sarkeesian gaming commentary, race issue infuser, race baiting.
Yeah, I mean, he's still active on Twitter and stuff. And Jamin runs on Twitter. Let me go to Twitter.
Jamin on Twitter, man.
Here it is. Jamin War is his name on Twitter. Has he blocked me? No, he hasn't. Good. He's a founder of digital media company Killscreen. They also have a Twitter. And they seem to be one of these diversity in games sort of things. Stupid bullshit. Let me see. We are dedicated to being a place where our staff of all genders can succeed. All two genders. Of course.
Both genders.
And let me see. Afro-Brazilian. Just stupid idiot. It's just stupid shit. It's not diversity of ideas and thought that matters. What matters is diversity of skin color.
Yeah, it's this kind of idea of checking off a certain list of each thing to put into a game or a story, and that's gonna make it better. I don't know. They seem to think it makes it better, or I don't know, more politically correct or something. I don't know what their goal is.
Well, let me see here. When you go to their videos, you could pick out the ones that obviously, when they talk about things that aren't really all that controversial, their videos are generally very well received. But whenever they talk about culture, gender, race, then they can just plummet in terms of, and those are very unliked. Those are very very hated by the gaming community. Like, why are NPCs still racist? It's like, that thing's got that thing's 131,000 views, 24% liked. It's bullshit like that in which they are remembered for. I mean, they got a video here. Are video games too long? Fuck no, they're not too long. Shut the hell up.
Too long.
Like, that's the problem, is that they're getting too short, not that they're getting too long. Fuck.
Yeah, all their problems they think are problems are just, I don't know, wanting certain more females in the leads of games for no reason, or just forced in, or I don't know how they want to do it. It's like things like that just don't I don't know. It's not the way that you develop or come up with a game or fix a game story. It's not how you do it. Like, say, just out of nowhere, we should make more Mexicans in video games or something.
Oh shit! Thanks, Duke, for the $10. I was looking at screens, getting some info. But thanks a lot, Duke, and thanks very much, Liuzi Mouse. I don't even know how you say that, but you're welcome. I'm glad you like my stuff. He said, Mr. Rogers. Duke said Magic School Bus on PBS.
That's good,
of course,
too.
Magic School Bus, and
that was good.
Ken Burns.
Oh right, the documentaries.
I don't know Ken Burns.
It's
like,
like,
that is.
he did a bunch of documentaries. I know one was like jazz, and just like, it was like 6 hours of stuff about jazz, and then he did one about baseball. It's kind of like I don't know, just documentary kind of stuff, but he does them pretty good. It's kind of like classic pictures and history and voiceover, stuff like that.
Because I don't remember that one, but absolutely Magic School Bus. I loved watching Magic School Bus when I was a kid in school, and they wheeled in the TV on the cart, and you're like, fuck yeah, watching some Magic School Bus. And they're gonna go to the creepy old castle where all the sound noises are.
Yeah, and they go. I like to go in. Sometimes there's one they go inside the body or something. I remember, like, they learn about certain muscles or something.
Yeah, there was a movie where they did that. It was called like The Great Adventure or something like that. Maybe someone in the chat can let me know. And thanks, General, for the $2. Thanks much.
Are you talking about the
real
movie? They like shrink
movie
down a ship and go into someone or something?
Yes.
I remember. I think I know what you're saying.
The Fantastic Voyage, is that it?
I don't think I could remember the name. I just remember the movie a little bit, because they like shrunk this guy down in a ship.
Yes, I think it is a Fantastic Voyage.
That's cool.
Yes,
I haven't thought of that.
Yeah, that was back in 1966. Back in 1966.
Damn.
But with PBS, the thing is, when you make videos like PBS Game Show did, you have they are remembered basically entirely for the bullshit episodes they did concerning race, culture, gender. You know, their SJW nonsense. That's what they're most remembered for, because it was just insane, and they were silly, they were disingenuous, they were full of double standards that Jamin would apply to different groups and different cultures. And it's okay when the brown people do it, but if the white cultures do it, then it's bad. I mean, he calling things like Resident Evil 5 takes place in Africa, so obviously most of the people you kill will be black because you're in Africa, right? And so that's obviously racist. But when you go to Spain, Resident Evil 4 took place in Spain, right? You're a white guy as a protagonist. You're killing a bunch of foreigners, but they have white skin, not a peep. Okay, just another thing I've noticed. But I've done my videos on him. I might do another.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. Those are good.
There's some others, yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is I was wondering, how close were that series to Gamergate? I mean, I didn't follow Gamergate so much when it happened, but I think it was like just right after that. It might have been like in the same time Nita Sarkeesian was coming out. It was, not last year, but maybe like 2 years ago. And it seemed like that was like PBS's kind of foray into doing a little video game politicizing.
Yeah. there are still people who bring up Gamergate whenever it suits them. It's still the Especially in a lot of games journalism circles, Gamergate is still the boogeyman in the closet. You can always pull out if you need a scapegoat or if you need to blame something on
Mm-hmm.
anything. Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting all this hate because of Gamergate. Oh, they blame Gamergate on everything from the Syrian missile strike to
I
fucking
get that.
Ebola. I mean,
I know what you're saying. That's how I feel just when I'm even saying it now because I just hardly know all the details of it. I know people mention it. It happened, so I'm like, okay, maybe. And there was like a lot to do about this politicizing and this social justice in games at that time. You know.
yeah, I mean
Um,
it's Gamergate is just a thing you could whip out if you ever need to have someone to blame. And it sucks because, for the most part, I think Gamergate was really successful as a movement against the corruption in games journalism that was pretty rampant. And that
mhm.
obviously got turned into, oh, yeah, well, you just hate women as a deflection. And people ran with that as a counter to Gamergate. And
Right.
what it has become is that it was so successful among mainstream gamers. And
Hmm.
Turbo Pikachu donated $5. He said, "Remembering my childhood show Cyber Chase on PBS Kids, and Gilbert Gottfried as the robot bird Digit. I never saw Cyber Chase, but
I
thanks for the
didn't.
$5, Turbo."
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't see that one, but
but I think Gamergate was so successful.
that's good. I
It
think it's good that it cleaned up the journalism and it got people's eyes open and seeing that you can't trust all these lies and there's backdoor deals kind of thing and it got people kept people honest.
uh huh. But for the most part, I think it was so good at what it did, and it was so successful that it just kind of became absorbed by gamers. There is no real. I mean, it's kind of in each one of us now. I think most of us we've kind of just taken the message into all of us, kind of as a collective in a
Yeah.
weird way.
It's
And
like a event, a life of or a small life event you're not going to forget.
well, yeah, I think this the general attitude has kind of become just prevalent within the mainstream gaming attitude.
Mhm.
I think it would be very difficult for you to be a prominent YouTuber and not suffer because you had an anti-Gamergate status. I don't know how Jim Sterling is on the issue. I know he could foray into some crazy sort of social stuff that
Mhm.
of his. You have Movie Bob, who's just an absolute slug of a human being.
He
He's a
was involved. He was a player
oh
or just a
fuck yeah,
comment.
he's a pro Anita Sarkeesian white
Oh.
knight feminist anti Gamergate piece of shit. Movie slob
Oh.
is he's just a shit human being really.
I seen a I know that name. I've seen one of his videos a while ago. I know what you're talking
Oh,
about, but
he's a shit human being, man.
oh my god, that's funny.
Some of his tweets are like, oh, they're crazy scary. Thanks, Robert, by the way, for the $5, and I will keep up the good content. Thanks
That's
much.
awesome.
Thanks
That's
much.
awesome. The other thing that reminds me of is how PBS is this TV channel. It's a little different since it's public and stuff like that, which actually we could get into there. The fact that the public might be funding this kind of race baiting stuff. But what I was,
PBS Game Show, yeah. They get
yeah,
about, I think they get like 15% of their budget is from the taxpayer.
that's weak. That's
So, yeah, that's, I don't know the fine details of how much did PBS pay for this channel? How much did they fund it? Exactly how much backing did they get? If you go to their video list, what's interesting is that their final video does not feature Jamin's voice or his appearance in any way, and it's only a minute long, and the previous video did. So it seems as if it seems that a publisher just shot it down and someone put together this ending video. I'm not certain, but it was
hmm
kind of done without any explanation.
abruptly cut off, no planned or announcement or anything. It's
Yeah,
rough.
I really wish I was a fly on the wall when they decided to end it, because I doubt Jamin would give it up, because it was something, and he's I don't know exactly what he's doing. He's running a small Twitter channel. I don't know what else he's doing on YouTube. Maybe let me type in his name.
The other thing this reminds me of is how the MTV channel has its MTV YouTube and now we've got the Decoded series, which is on this, I think, a similar kind of thing where it's strange to see this cable channel come in with these race baiting videos that are also getting killed in the ratings. They're also dying and just thumbed down and universally ridiculed, but for some reason they just keep coming back with them.
I'm trying to see if he's doing anything on I'm trying to see if he's doing anything on YouTube. I don't think he really is. The filters I put in his name and filters to the last month, and mine's there. That was 3 weeks ago. So Aztec Zero did a video on him. Top Hats Champagne pops up. I don't know, man. I don't know what he's really up to these days.
MIA.
Yeah, it's a shame because he is quite the lolcow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a lot of good material there.
Rags, why don't you stream on Twitch? Because I don't care about Twitch yet. I'm not big into streaming video games at the moment. MTV Decoded hasn't gotten any more decent material. Of course not. It's ran by a racist and it paints white people as pieces of shit. What do you know?
It's crazy that it came back last week, and not to get into that again, but it's just the similarities between that and the PBS show. It's weird. It's and I hope that it meets the same fate, but it seems like Decoded's still going, and it still has some momentum somehow.
Let me see. What else did you have? Unless you wanted to keep talking about PBS Game Show, because we could if you needed to.
No. I got. That's all I had to say. The next one I had up here was you did a few videos about JTech TV a while back.
I did, yeah. JTech TV. He's still hanging around. Actually, the last video that I did on exclusives, he pretty much copied the name, he copied the thumbnail, and he just put his little logo over my dog in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So
he copied your video?
Well,
or like changed something, or what?
I think he just copied he's done this before. He copies the name exactly. He just like copy and pastes my name or my video title. And let me go here.
That sucks.
So yeah, he just took the title and copied it. He changed the question mark to an exclamation point. And then he just took the thumbnail. And that's that. It's a 13-minute video, but it's got 24 likes and 113 dislikes. So it's actually pretty popular for him.
That's a good day for him.
Yeah, that's a good day for him. But he's this little nobody cancer fanboy channel. He's part of this PlayStation group called PlayStation Legion Gamers. Mm-hmm. And they have about 12 brain cells between them all, and it shows. And they're sad. I mean,
what is that?
They're sad
what is
people.
The Legion Gamers?
Well, I guess it's just this gaming group that they have, and they're very, very anti-consumer. They're the people who are like, I mean, here's why mods shouldn't be on consoles, and if you want games, you're a beggar, and none of our games should go to anyone else, and PC sucks and Xbox sucks and all that stuff. Just typical fanboy cancer. They got a bunch of little channels and they keep to themselves mostly, and they're trying to suckle at the teat of actual success. And
they're trying to band together and have some kind of act like they matter or something.
Pretty much. But they're just these little trolley channels. They're like the Crap Gamer and all of them on the Xbox side.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
They're basically the PlayStation version of that. They're just a bunch of idiots. Nothing to
Would you
them
call them council peasants?
Oh, they're definitely peasants. They're definitely peasants. Thanks, Annie, for the $5. Thanks, Rags. I used to use your videos for good logic points on my ex's essays. Now I just enjoy your savagery. Thank you very much, Annie. I appreciate that.
Getting savage. So the speaking of the I say this word wrong, by the way. I probably already said it wrong, but for some reason I say council instead of console. So I don't know if it's my
that is strange.
Yeah. So okay, console. We were talking about the consoles, and you heard about the new Xbox Scorpio? Have you
I
heard
have heard. I've
anything?
heard about it. I've heard they released some specs for it, and a single screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, I'm not really impressed. I mean, for consoles, it's strong, but that's not exactly saying much at all.
Right.
Um,
It looks like it could be, or I hear it's like going to be the strongest console. Is that? I
yeah,
guess it's going to be
it's going to be the
fast.
strongest console ever made, but again,
Hmm.
that's not exactly saying much.
Sure.
It's supposed to be this like dedicated 4K gaming machine, but it's not really that powerful for a 4K gaming machine. And I just don't. I mean, I have no interest in it at all. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
glad it's there. I mean, the more powerful consoles are, the better. I mean, the better it is for everyone, I suppose. And
Yeah, no hate
it's
if someone wants to get one, but
yeah,
it's not. It doesn't
it's
have any kind of. I don't see the draw to it. I know it's the fastest, but it's there's no. The worst part is there's no games talked about at all.
thank you, Hunter,
Or
for the $5, and I agree, tits. But when it comes to the Scorpio, I don't know. I don't think any PC gamer is going to buy a Scorpio because with all that money, you might as well just buy a better GPU, and you can get 1080s for under $500 now. And I don't know
Mhm.
how much the Scorpio is going to be. I think it'll be probably around 600. In terms of the PlayStation people, I mean, again, if you want Xbox games, you might as well just buy a PC anyway. Or maybe if you have the stick, maybe if you really want to play Xbox games, you will get a Scorpio. But I just don't know who the Scorpio is really marketed to. It's probably marketed to people who already have an Xbox, who just want a better Xbox.
It's just hardcore. It's got to be hardcore Xbox people or something. Because yeah,
Probably.
the everything you're saying sounds right, and it's not gonna. There's no special game coming with it, or again, or even just a deal if it was cheaper or some reason, or if they took a loss or something. You could see people going for it, but yeah, I think there's no way it's going to be under 500. It's got to be at least 550 or six,
That's what I'm
maybe
thinking.
maybe more. I don't know. It depends.
And in terms of just, I mean, the PlayStation has a pretty solid lineup of games, and those are coming to the PC through PS Now, even PlayStation 4 games. And you have the fact that Xbox One doesn't really have any exclusives now anyway either. And the most exclusives are going to be on the PC, and it's going to have the
Hmm.
best versions of multi-platform games. So I just don't know exactly who the Scorpio appeals to other than people who already have Xboxes and just really like it.
I think the other part too is I don't know. Maybe I don't want to say older people, but just like not tech savvy people that just don't want to build a computer or something, that just don't want to I because I know a few people like that just would never even want to open the thing up, and I know it's not as hard as you think, but I guess that I'm guessing like maybe some people think, oh my god, it's impossible to build one, I'll just buy this.
Man, I don't know. I'm curious to see actual gameplay of what will happen with the Scorpio, how games will actually run on it, because all they did was a single screenshot. I'm like, this isn't anything to go by. These screenshots don't mean anything. We're like, what's the frame rate going to be? Is it going to be consistent? What does it look like in motion? But we'll see. I want to see some actual footage of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess it's just too early to even say. We haven't seen anything but a picture, so
But also thank Zach for the $10. I really do appreciate that. And no, I
that's
haven't.
all.
He isn't me. I haven't seen the Rubin Report's debate on the regressive left yet, but I know where he probably stands on it, and I will check that out later. I like Dave Rubin a lot.
Dave Rubin,
Good guy.
good show.
Sean donated $5. Currently playing Stellaris, and I'm purging some Xeno scum by turning them into eunuchs. I founded the homeland of the male feminist. Bravo, Sean. You're doing God's work. Let's see. Sarah's bad.
A lot of stuff going on in the chat. A lot of energy. I'm feeling it. I'm
Yeah,
feeling it.
it's pretty crazy. I got a lot of good people who watch me. I really appreciate all that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, someone say I might actually have to get mods one of these days now because I don't have any. Um, with let me see, we were talking
Do you
about.
think you're gonna get PS Now, or would you do a PS Now?
I don't know. I mean, it's a streaming service. The thing is, I've got so many games to play on PC. I can never get around to them. There's so many games to play. I'll never get to all the ones I want to. I still
Hmm.
have to I still have to beat the ones that I have now, and there are things on my wish list right now that I kind of want to get along to. Let me go to
I know what you mean.
me.
There's so many other options. The I would say the PlayStation now does have more value because it's just that they do have some really good exclusives. Not the Xbox, it seems like less so. I guess it's just Halo and Gears of War.
Yeah, but
But
those are on
then
PC.
yeah, that too. And then you can get those on PC, and then Xbox is also having a PC emulator thing, and then the PlayStation one though there are some exclusives that I want to try, but I don't know if it's gonna get them out if I'm gonna spend the money on it.
I've got like just yesterday I added the Signal from Tolva is a game that just came out on April just yesterday, and the people who made um, what was it called? Um, Sir, You Are Being Hunted. They made that game, and this game looks good. But I was like, oh, I really want it, but at the same time, I need to beat my old games. I don't want to buy games
Hmm.
and never touch them. But I got a wish
I
list of
hate
about 14
starting
games.
a bunch of games and then you get lost and you have to, I don't, yeah, you get confused. I actually just got one going today, the ukulele game. It came
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah,
today,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I got it going, and I played it for a while. It's pretty good. It's fun.
Ukulele. The
Yeah,
reviews are very positive. That's good. 85% positive. That's good.
yeah, it's good. It's if you, it's what it is. It's the the sequel thing to Banjo Kazooie, the Kickstarter project, and
Yeah.
if you like that, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's actually scary how close it is, and but then at the same time, there's also some great like updates to graphics and stuff. But I don't know if it's as classic as the original. I only played a little bit so far, but it was a good start. It was a good couple hours.
Yeah, I know about the I know about the those old PlayStation era, especially games of platformers. You had stuff like
Product not yet rated.
Spyro and all that. Wait, what's that?
Yeah, Spyro's awesome, and Crash Bandicoot.
Stuff like that. Yeah, Jack and
Yeah, those are
Daxter.
great. Those are great.
Mm-hmm.
I got Crash Bandicoot a couple days ago just because I was thinking about ukulele. I'm like, I want to play a little something, a
Yeah.
little platformer, and I'd already played like other stuff to death, like Mario or whatever. So I got that one going. Still good.
I'm not that much
Running.
into not terribly too much into platformers. I mean, I like it when it's kind of built into other games, but I'm not huge into them on their own. But I see the appeal in those kinds of games. I do. I see the appeal in games like Ukulele.
Hmm.
Not my cup of tea though.
I hear you. I hear you. So, is there any games this year particular you're looking forward to?
Um, to be honest, I kind of try to avoid looking forwards to games.
Yeah.
Because there's so many instances of games not living up to hype, or publishers and developers just lying to us,
Hmm.
or just broken promises, just lies and misrepresentations and trailers that turn out to be rigged and downgrades. I try to really avoid getting hyped and stuff for games. And
It's a hard time to, it's hard to after you've been it's like battered housewives kind of taking taking shit from each company, and you just don't even want to get up in the morning anymore.
let's go to upcoming games 2017. What we got? Outlast 2 looks nifty. Prey looks kind of nifty. I think Prey looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those two are kind of on my radar. But
Is Outlast the one with the powers, right? Like superpowers or
no,
something?
that's Dishonored. And
Oh, okay.
Dishonored 2 is really good, by the way.
That's
I've
the
played
one.
it about 9 or 10 hours or so. It's really good, and I like it a
That's cool.
lot. And it's probably the one I'm gonna beat after I'm done with Metal Gear Solid. I just need to go one and beat it, then the other, beat it.
Hmm.
Um, but Dishonored 2 is really good. If you're looking for a good stealth game that gives you a lot of different ways to solve the maps, that's an excellent way to do it. I really
That's
like it.
cool. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure.
Um, let me see. On this other list, you had Mac fanboys.
Oh, right. Mac fanboys.
I don't really get
What
into that.
I think it was just something else. It was like I think it was when you talk about console fanboys, and then I think maybe to like a next step or a turn would be like, people that are fanboys for Mac over PC.
Yeah, well, in terms of the quote unquote gaming hierarchy or whatever you want to call it, um, I would say that, you got the PC gamers at the top, and
Mhm.
you'd have, the Mac gamers beneath them, and then you'd have people who play on just the Nintendo DS, and then the consoles beneath them.
Mhm.
But that's a lot of how a lot of people go for it. I'm not really too big into that sort of thing, but I understand how it goes. I'd rather play on a dedicated Mac than on a console. I wouldn't have said that years ago, but I do now. I think gaming tastes change, especially as you kind of
Mhm.
become more accustomed to games and you really see what you like and stuff. But I don't
Sure.
I don't really ever I've never really gotten into the PC Mac thing. And the laptops that I've had are Macs, and they work fine as long as you just want to play a couple games. I've played Civilization on a Minecraft. I even played World of Warcraft for a little bit on them. It ran just well enough. But
That's cool.
a little bit of StarCraft, that sort of thing. But for the most part, I just use them for really all I use them for now is just browsing the internet while I'm laying in bed.
Mhm.
And I would never get a desktop Mac ever. I just never do it. PC
Yeah,
gives me too much.
I don't think I would do another Mac. I have a Mac laptop as well, and I used to do most of my editing on it because it was faster. But um, yeah, Macs are good. It's not like I don't think I would knock the quality of Macs. I would just say
Mm-hmm.
the maybe the price is a little too much sometimes, especially on if you want to get like a big rig, and they start those Mac Pro, or not the iMac, but their console or their towers are like way too much. It's like 6 grand just to get you going.
Yeah, it's way overpriced.
Hmm. And it's like that with the other stuff too. It's just harder to see with like the phones and the iPad and the laptop, but it might just be like 100 or so over. But um, I don't know. What about phones? Do you do iPhones or Android,
I
or
have I have an
what do you like?
iPhone, but I don't
Yeah.
really. I mean, I'm not big into it. If it texts people and plays music, and I can just check things on the go, that's it's. I mean, I don't know too much about phones. It's
Same.
just not really a thing I really worry about.
Hmm.
I mean, when people say that Androids are better, I am absolutely, um, and I think it's absolutely fine to just do. I don't know.
Yeah, I think with the phone, I hadn't really thought that far either. Um, once I upgraded a computer, I was like, oh, maybe I should try to upgrade the phone. But my iPhone still works. It seems like it's going to last a while. I'm just not going to mess with it.
Someone tweeted me and said, I think a friend and I are gonna want to know how to dual stream like you do. It's like I do. We just have two people streaming it to different channels. Um,
Yeah, it's
he's doing it on his. Oh, and I don't think I ever actually did your channel. I had your channel in the description and your Twitter in the description from the start, but I think we just sort of started talking. We didn't actually get into each other's channels.
right. Yeah, I think we just jumped right into it. You want to go first?
Um, well, I mean, everyone here knows who I am. I was saying, but yeah, I guess it's weird. We're an hour 20 minutes in, but hello, I am Rags. I
Hey,
am a
Rags.
dog on YouTube. I make the videos about the video games. I get into PC console stuff. I get into social justice stuff now, especially. And my YouTube channel is obviously by the same name. And you can go to what I'm sure is a lovely link in the description to check out my channel and sub to me and give me all your money.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah,
of, you
yeah.
can be
You're.
like Duke Snuggles and give me $5. He says Tetris is the greatest mobile game. That's very possible. It might be a close second only to Peggle. Peggle is the greatest mobile game of all time.
Those are good. Those are
Fucking
both good.
Peggle, man.
Okay, while we're doing intros, I guess no bullshit, and yeah, I'm on YouTube at youtube.com/no bullshit. I do a lot of commentary videos, reviews, social justice stuff. We talk about different things too. Sometimes games, sometimes movies, but mostly current events and things like that. Thanks for having me on your channel, by the way, dude. Appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. I like it. It's good to have. It's good to get people. I want to do stuff like this a little bit more. I want to know.
Yeah,
I want
it's
to
good
be
to
able
mix
to.
it up.
Yeah,
It's
I
good
want
mix
to
it up.
talk about this and that. Get some people on. People
Yeah,
asking
like-
what Peggle is. Come on, you guys have never heard about Peggle. It came out. It came out 10 years ago. February 2007 is when Peggle came out. It is one of the best games ever made. Redman.
It's on the phone?
It's you can get it on
Or
Steam.
did you say mobile game?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
mobile game. Yeah, you can get it on
Okay,
Steam. You can get it on your phones. But
That's cool.
Peggle is one of the best games ever
I gotta
made.
check that out.
You've gotta get Peggle. Gotta get Peggle. So good.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Thanks for the $5, the Red Man. He said, "Hey man, thanks for informing me that the 1050 Ti exists. That's what pushed me to finally build my PC, and I'm loving it." Well, shit, if you're loving a 1050 Ti, when you get something really good, boy, it's gonna blow your mind. I'm serious
That's so
though.
true. That's
Man,
so true.
it's gonna like I remembered, because I've upgraded. I'm an enthusiast PC guy, so I upgrade more than most people do.
Right.
And when I went from a 780 Ti to a 980 Ti, and that was a huge step up, just a huge step up. And I went from a 550 Ti, I think, to a 780 Ti, and it was classified 780 Ti classified from EVGA, I think, and that was a huge jump.
That's
I
the
was like,
graphics card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm running SLI 980 Ti's right now. Oh, it's great.
Damn, dude, you're killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you had a deep, big PC. I've been watching your videos for a while, actually. I think I told you when we were messaging that part of the, like, you and a couple other guys is like the reason I finally got a PC rig, like about a month ago now, or a few weeks ago. And yeah, I that's why I totally get what you just said. Like, once you get a new graphics card going, and you're just like, whoa, why was I playing on Xbox for so long?
I know. Respawn Point said I went from a 660 Ti to a 1080. So holy shit, that must have been a different world. But what do you have now?
I got the 1060.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I didn't go crazy. I just got like the cheapest. I found this like $500 kind of build, and I worked around it. And but yeah, I got the 1060, and it is crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I got all my
you don't
monitors
have to spend
going.
you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to, get really good performance. And it's crazy how. What were you playing on before? What console?
Well, I mostly played on Xbox One, and then I had a Wii U, and that's pretty much it. I didn't play as much. I just kind of played games, and I had a few that I really liked on there. But yeah, it was like jumping from that, and then finally getting a PC. Like, I mean, I had computers and PCs before, but it was just not for gaming. It was just for
I think a lot of people are like that. And that's why, like what he said, what someone said earlier was that 1050 Ti appeals to people because you can just, it doesn't need extra power. You just plug it right into your PC, and all of a sudden, bam, there you go.
It's so cool, and that's what I recommend anyone that's thinking about jumping to is just don't worry so much, and to do like something simple, just to like, because that one little boost coming from a console to a PC is enough to get you hard for like years.
I know, and you see that huge boost in performance from an Xbox One to just a 1060.
Yeah, dude,
and
I was playing these games like fast, and one of the first ones I was jamming on was Watch Dogs 2.
I've heard that's a really good game.
Yeah, it's great.
Someone gifted it to me, and that's another one of those games I need to jump in because I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's so worth it. It's so fun. It takes it after, like, once you get in a couple hours and you get this upgrade, you get a drone and you have a car, and it's like you turn into this like hacking team and you infiltrate places. And it was perfect to test out the new card too, because you you can like change views, and you get up with a drone and do all these camera moves. And I was going crazy about how great the graphics were, and then how fast it was loading. And like whenever I would fast travel, it would just be like, I think I counted like 6 seconds. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, you're there. It was like so much faster than all those shitty loading screens I sat through on Fallout 4. I must have sat through so many
Oh
hours
yeah, I heard that
of
the
loading screens on
I've
that.
heard the loading screens in I mean in Skyrim it was really bad. In Fallout 4 I've heard it's terrible.
Oh, dude, I felt I feel bad because those are like the two main games I had on my Xbox One. And I played the most was like a ton of Fallout, and then I got Skyrim later and a few other things here and there. But yeah, all that load time, and when I was doing it, I was like, whatever, I just would just roll with it, and it's fine. And I would still do it again, but it's just when you see how fast it can be, you're like, damn, this is awesome.
Sean King, Talcum X, somewhat known white guy, in the chat donated $10. Thanks a lot for that. He's saying, why is that dude's symbol a picture telling Chenk to not take a dump? Bravo to you, Talcum X.
That's a cool name. That's a cool donation. Cool
somewhat
people.
Known. Yeah, I do have some cool people. Thanks very much, somewhat known white guy. Hello, fellow white guy. Turbo Pikachu gave me $5. I think you've already donated. Easy, man. Go easy. You're making people feel poor here. You inspired me to build my first gaming PC. Going from a Wii U to an RX 480 was and still is completely unbelievable.
That's cool.
But I mean, because a 1060 is not like a powerful card. I mean, it's a decent mid-range card.
Yeah.
Just to see the improvements.
It's like a modest, but it does kick ass. And I especially if you just keep it at 1080, or even in I've had it on everything on high 1080, and it's been just no issues besides other stuff just installing or something. But the graphics have been great. Plus I've got like a TV hooked up to it. I'm like been pushing it a little bit, but it's been good.
White Letter, he donated $5. Thank you very much, White Letter. He asked, "What about the mobile NVIDIA GTX cards?" I don't really know too much about the mobile stuff. Nowadays you can get nowadays they're just shoving regular sized GPUs into laptops, so you don't even have to go. I mean, I guess technically those are mobile now too, but they've got laptops now that have dual 1080s. They've got ones that have a 1080 Ti in it.
That's crazy.
They got a laptop. It's like $1,200, but it's got a 1080 Ti in it, and it's a laptop. That's
thick?
insane.
Is it like that thick?
Well, it's flattened out a little bit. I think they changed the structure of the card to fit in the laptop. But I mean, they're putting the full size cards here with all that power into it. I don't think it'll run quite as much because they have to cool it a bit. Yeah. So they may have slight constraints.
That's what's cool about the new cards too, though, is they keep using less power and they keep getting a little bit cooler. And dude, I thought it was crazy when I first realized people were like cooling with nitrogen or whatever. Is that what it is?
I've heard stuff like that. I've heard stuff like that. The nitrogen cool. Yeah, liquid cool with nitrogen.
That shit's crazy.
Canelius Neil Quintus has donated £20. Thank you very much. He says, "Been a fan of yours for a while now. I hope you continue to fight against the true hate speech and lies for a long time to come." I will, Kane. I will.
That's good.
I'll make sure that I do. Shit, Max Duckwall, $5. Loading screens. What loading screens? SSDs for life.
Yeah, that's true.
You have and Duke Snuggles donated $5. Thank you very much, Duke. He says, "What screen size and resolutions do you use?" I use 3 screens. My primary screen is 24 inches, I think. I think it's 24 inches. And it's 1440p.
Nice.
What do you use? Do 1080?
Yeah, I'm in 1080. I have 3 monitors, and mostly I game on my I have it run into my TV. Like I just have a 1080 TV that I run over to game on that as an external monitor. So it's like kind of like I guess it's I forget how many inches. It's like 40 or maybe 36 or something.
God damn, with the donate train. Nate Civil just donated $30. Damn, Nate. Shit, thanks a whole bunch, man.
Dude, you got dollars, pounds,
Fuck, I've
shekels,
already chill.
rupees. You're gonna.
I mean, this is my last week doing full time at my job because I just now monetize this stuff. Because I didn't doing any of that until like a week and a half ago. And
That's cool, man.
no, don't worry, Spencer Wines. I notice you. I read these. I read this stuff. But Nate, thanks so much for $30. Shit,
Dude,
I really
awesome
appreciate
you're
that,
making
man.
The jump.
Thanks so much, Nate. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate you all, but shit, you, Nate, Canelius. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, Mr. Quintus, the fifth son in the family, as we would say. Thanks a lot, Nate.
That's dope. That's dope. People on YouTube are just good people.
They
You guys
are
good people.
I mean, it's really good to see this kind of like. I'm really appreciative of all that. This is, and that's really awesome.
You're humbled, man. You're just like
You kind of are.
it's like flustered. It's like tearing up over here. I'm welling up.
I'm noticing you, William. I got you. And hello, Super Minor. Man, that's really awesome.
Hey, Rags, what
Yeah.
what job are you leaving? What kind of job you got going?
Nah, it doesn't matter. I don't normally talk about it.
Okay,
It's
I
just,
didn't think you did. You don't
No,
have to. You don't
that's
have to.
fine.
I was just asking.
Nah, I just want to keep it separate. Like no one in my
sure.
family or anything in real life. No one in real life knows I do this YouTube channel either.
No, that's fine. I was just asking, but yeah. I know I don't tell a lot of these videos either. I'm just like sometimes I say I'm on making videos or a YouTube channel or something, but I'll never like put out links or anything.
The I mean I've been pretty forward with my rules for doing promotional content, and I will do promotional content because there are things that I want to promote because there's a lot of things that I like and I think a lot of people will like. I will probably get a link for Chrono GG because they're a really good that's a really good group over there, chrono.gg. They do one sale a day for a game. And
cool.
they work with the developers to get this really good sale going. And they're good guys. They're really good guys. It's good to check in because you build up coins when you go to the site, and if you get enough coins, you can get games for nothing. Actually, you get the coins just for checking in. It keeps you coming back. But they're really good guys.
That's good. That's good deals. Yeah, you gotta. It's okay to stuff you believe in if you think a product's good or something. It's like
Yeah, I think
you're
I've
just
said.
helping out.
Yeah, I think I've set good rules. No, I can't do. I won't do any non-disparagement clauses. I've got to actually have it and use it. I can't. I can't. Yeah, just do really shady stuff. You know, I like to be pretty transparent about stuff.
Yeah, just keep it simple and not, above the board. Honest with your fans and everything.
So, what if Holy shit! Ethan Smith just donated $50.
Nice.
What is money? Why do I need this? He says. Holy shit, Ethan!
You're lighting up over there.
Damn, Ethan! Fuck! I've got $50 up top, $30 up top, 20 pounds up top. Holy shit, people! God damn.
Cash money.
Cash money, thanks. And don't worry, no G2A. You're right. Don't worry, Bu. No G2A. I'm not getting mixed up with them.
What's that? The company?
Yeah, G2A is the site.
Right. Oh, the keys.
Alvin says, I run on a GTX 980 Ti with 6 gigabytes and it runs better than anything that the console will have in the next 10 years. Maybe. Fuck. Ethan, thanks very much,
good.
man. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ethan. Someone mentioned harmful opinions. Are you taking harmful opinions type rules on your sponsorships then? I don't know his exact stance on it, so I'm not exactly certain what his are. So I'm not exactly certain there.
It's hard to say then. I saw that he just sold his profile pic, I think.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
to like Notch or something.
I think that's what I watched some of his video, and he's saying he sold the pic because some company saw it and they wanted it for their logo. I think, unless it was a shit post. I mean,
that would be that's why everyone's been trying to come up with new stuff for him.
Yeah, he got a new one up now, and then he was asking for new ones, but I just thought of that. No, it's random because you're saying they're asking about his policies.
Holy fucking shit! Scott Killian just donated $20. You're the king of doggos, the meme machine, and one of my favorite YouTubers because you use logic and facts. And then Sean donates $10. Do you think Bethesda will make the next Fallout more along the lines of New Vegas in regards to RPG mechanics, or do you think they'll continue down the line of this open world shooter with RPG light? Sean, I think that's what they're going to do, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, have you played Fallout on your new computer?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
I want to one day, though.
If you can get it for a good price, it really is worth it. It's a lot. I imagine it's a lot better on the PC, of course. And mods,
that's the next thing
really
I thought
make
too.
It great. There are some great mods that do a lot of awesome stuff, and I might jump into it and play the survival game mode that they have because I never played it. Once I had gone to all the locations and I had beaten the game before that, but once I finished all the locations, I just kind of stopped playing and never went back. But I might do that.
That'd be cool. I thought about putting it on again just to see the difference, to see how fast it could frame rate and everything, and start over. I did the survival one actually.
Yeah.
Back when it came out, and it's good. It's hard as hell, but it's good. So it'd be cool actually.
What are the restrictions on it exactly? Because I forget.
It's basically. You can only save when you go to beds, so you have to find beds to go save, and then there's also these added things you have to keep up with. There's like food or hunger, and you have to eat foods every so often, and then there's water.
Please tell me that bullets weigh.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, they changed the weight on everything and made everything kind of heavier, and then everything also has weight, including bullets and like whatever you're holding. I mean, they'll have little amounts of weight, but it still counts, and it'll add up if you're holding like so many missiles or something like that.
And what I thought was always really weird about Fallout was that for a game that's supposed to be about surviving in this grim, dangerous, post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland, it really is a strange setting to have a power fantasy type game in, where you get these houses and you fill them to the brim with power armor and machine guns and bullets and food and all that stuff. It's really weird when you walk outside and people are starving in the gutters. I wish I had some clean water. And then you've got like 20,000 sandwiches in your desk drawer inside.
Or you build like in your settlement like 100 different lamp posts.
I was like, I'm not really pleased with this mansion. I think I'll build another.
Yeah.
Please, sir, we're starving.
The power grid?
Yeah, you got like power grids and shit, and people are starving. Mr. LMG donated $100 A. What's that?
Is it, I don't know, Australian?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know what that is.
That's good though. I mean, just thanks for the donation.
Well, what is that?
Australian.
Is that?
It just says A.
A symbol. I don't know how to. Currency symbol. I don't know what that is. Someone tell me what the A means. I don't know how much that is. It's Australian dollar. It's $75 fucking dollars. Holy shit. What did he say? He just said, keep up the good work. PC all the way. Hell yeah, Mr. LMG. PC all the way, absolutely. Thanks so much.
That's tight. You can buy a new PC now.
Oh, hell yeah, I can buy a new PC right now. Meme Enthusiast sent $20. Have fun with full-time YouTube, best dog. I'm glad I found your channel. I'm not at full-time yet. All right, I got a good job. I'm not full-time yet, but next week is when I start part-time. But man, that is so awesome. Holy shit, I've got the best followers in the goddamn universe.
That's awesome.
$30, $50, $20, $75, $20. Holy shit. Thanks so much, man. Majestic Fox is asking if I'm a racist. And he said, well, apparently that depends on who you ask. Yeah, I need to fucking bring up how much people... Shit, you guys, thanks so much. I just don't know what to say. But there you go, Bull. That's what you gotta do. You have to pick a dog, change your symbol to a dog, put some glasses on them, and make videos.
I need those glasses, those troll glasses.
That's what you need.
That's what I missed. Oh, man, I'm blowing it.
Pixel Sandwich donated $2 Canadian. He said, let's make this the greatest day of his life. Well, hell, we still got an hour left in the day.
There's still time.
There's still time.
The clock's ticking.
Rags, this is wonderful. So little YouTubers show their appreciation for the followers like you do. You show true humility. Thank you so much.
Oh, look, I got $20.
You did?
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
That's
I'm
awesome.
never going to leave. I don't need to sleep. I don't need to poop. I got a bucket over here. I don't ever need to leave this stream.
Ethan Smith, $20. Spread the love. Thanks. What
second.
up, dog? Guess you're not the only one getting cash.
Wait. Ethan Smith donated 50 to me.
No way.
He donated 50 to me and he just gave you a 20.
That's dope, man. Ethan.
Shit, Ethan.
Ethan, dude.
I don't know what Ethan's doing. Alex W just sent me $5. He said buy RGB RAM already. Vienticus just sent me $5. Where's all the boom chicka music and booze? This is a strip club, right? Right? Shit, this is why I'm socially awkward. Use this for Pony Island. Well, fine. I'll buy Pony Island for you. Let me go to Steam and buy Pony Island. You have anything else you wanted to talk about, though?
I mean, I think that pretty much got the gist of what we were setting up. But if you got anything too, did you have any thoughts?
Let me see.
I know we touched on a few other cool articles in the Marvel thing, which was good.
I did get caught up in the chat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Distracting in a good way, I suppose.
It's good.
Oh,
good.
absolutely.
There's a lot of motion out there. I was reading my side too.
So I mean, it's because I haven't done a stream since I turned on monetization for the channel.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That makes sense. That's why everyone's getting excited. They're like, "Whoa, Rags is on."
Probably, because I never really stream. I haven't really done much at all. But I have bought Pony Island, so thank you very much. I'll check it out. I've heard good things about it.
Dude, we should be doing more streams then.
Hell yeah. Let me see. What else did you have? When we talked about
I got
console
$2 from White Letter. More donations. Thanks, White Letter. What? They're starting to light me up too, dude. I'm getting like the overflow. That's awesome.
Wait, and you have this section. You have something over here. You said LGBTQ complains Mass Effect Andromeda doesn't have enough gay relationship options.
Yeah. I forgot about that one. So basic. Did you hear about it all?
I mean,
there was like an article kind of. I mean, I couldn't quote it, but it was basically just kind of ridiculous. They're getting mad that there wasn't enough like straight, or what was it? It was gay guy options. Like they actually broke down all the romances possible, and apparently there's like, I don't know, 5 straight ones, 4 lesbian, and like 2 gay guys, and they were like up in arms about this for some reason. And I just thought it was pretty silly.
I found this. Yeah, I found this Kotaku article about it, but it's written by Patricia Hernandez. Ugh. I hope I backed out before the cancer got to my brain. Let's go to this NeoGAF thing on Mass Effect Andromeda's poor handling of LGBT. Oh, Gabu just sent me $20. I'm down with him having more money. Thanks a whole bunch, Gabu.
Oh yeah.
Rags, could you post a pic of your rig on Twitter for $20? Hell yeah, I can. Thanks, Shiro.
That's tight.
I really appreciate it. Thanks for the 20, man. I appreciate that. Sage Kana donated $5. Just stole my mom's credit card. Love you, Rags. Crime in my name. We've reached another level. It says,
take what you can get.
Let's see. I feel it's about issues worth discussing, blah, blah, blah. Since Bioware usually tries to tackle LGBT issues to some degree in their games, however, there might possibly be multiple problematic showings about how the LGBT are handled in their newest Mass Effect game. Obviously, the game is releasing only just now, so all of the information in the OP might be different in the actual proper game, although this seems unlikely. So Mass Effect Andromeda has a trophy achievement called The Matchmaker. Complete romances with 3 different characters across all playthroughs. If you don't do these trophy achievements, you basically won't be able to 100% the game. The crux of the problem with this achievement is that it seems the game has a very varied number of romance options for characters with different orientations. Let me see. According to the official guide and reviewer, some of the data mining was incorrect. Gay Scott only gets 2 romance options as opposed to straight Scott's 5. Gay Sarah's 4, and Straight Sarah's 3, neither of which are squad mates and neither of which have unique faces, just character creator ones. This This also means that people playing as Gay Scott won't be able to get the Romance Trophy achievement without turning him bi.
That's crazy. Somewhat known white guy just gave me $10. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Hell yeah.
I think that's the one you were saying because it's the Talcum X picture. It's the Sean King.
Yeah, somewhat known white guy. Yeah.
What is it? It's Sean King, right? For some reason, I always want to call him Sean White.
Sean White. Yeah, because he's white and he wants to be black. He's like Rachel Dolezal basically.
Exactly.
He desperately wants to be white.
Yeah, but back to that article, it's like it seems so nitpicky. It's like why are they breaking this stuff down so much? It's like the most strangest line of thinking ever.
Holy shit, Canelius Neil Quintus, from earlier, he said, "Here's 100 USD. I refuse to be one-upped so quickly. Also, you pronounced my actual name correctly. Thank you, Canelius Neil Quintus.
Wow. That's awesome.
I took 2 years of Latin in high school, so that helps a little bit. 80 pounds, about 100 USD. Thanks very, very much, Cornelius. And I hope that you get one up so that you have to keep sending me money. Ha ha ha. But man, I really do appreciate that shit, dude. Man, this is crazy.
You're killing it, dude.
I am killing it.
Good premiere. This is a good premiere.
Hell yeah, this is a good premiere. I'll do this fucking tomorrow. I'll never leave.
Let's do it, man.
I'll call in sick.
We'll start like a series.
But in terms of, like, with Mass Effect and stuff, they also had the trans character as well that they said they were going to change because it wasn't done well. They had, Ryder was asking what brought him out here to Andromeda. And they said, back home, I was filling test tubes in some dead-end lab. People knew me as Stefan, but that was never who I was. I knew what I could do, and I knew I wanted to do it as. Who I wanted to do it as. Hanley Abrams, Andromeda Explorer. That's me. Feels good, feels right. So, basically, hi, I'm trans. Sort of thing. It's like, what brings you here? Oh, I'm trans. Like the first thing you tell someone is obviously.
Most awkward reference. It's you don't tell people that when you walk up to them and everything. It's just all weird.
Well, yeah, it's not organic. It's not natural. It's shoehorned in. It doesn't feel real. It's like someone's trying to meet a quota. It's like someone is trying to. It's like someone. It's just like they're trying to check off boxes on some list that they have in some office. They're not trying to do it. It's like from the beginning, it's not something that they were trying to do well. You can have transgendered characters, but when the whole shtick of the character is, hi, I'm such and such, I'm trans, right off the bat, I mean, it feels forced and it doesn't feel natural and it doesn't feel human. It's just this sterile awfulness,
Yeah, it's like when I saw some of that, this issue, I think I saw a little bit of the video, and it just seemed like that character wasn't even supposed to be in there. It's just like all of a sudden they plop another one in, and maybe tie some sort of story to it, like, oh, you have to ask her to open the door or something random. But it just seems so tacked on and unnecessary.
Yeah, it clearly wasn't done with the best intentions.
It'd almost be better if it was one of your crew, someone you actually talked to and you found out about it eventually, not just blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Blah,
it's something.
Transition.
I think that's what they're trying to do. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it just more real. They're trying to make it to where it's more believable. I forget the exact notes on it, but it was just a really, really bad way to handle a transgender character.
And it was like another reference that they didn't need or just shouldn't have. It could have been, without that part of the game, it would have been a little bit better and less obtrusive.
I mean, this isn't something that. Do it in a way that I'm not one who said, and I'm not, as for those of you who watch my videos, I'm not big into the whole representation thing, especially if it's forced. Shit, Mr. LMG donated $200 Australian. He said one up. And Sean King donated $101, and he said Sean King will never be outdone. Well, I don't know. You
Oh,
got people
dude,
gunning for you,
they're
Sean.
competing in there. Someone
Shit.
was asking your donation links. Do you have a Patreon? You started a Patreon, right?
I do, yes. The Patreon
Okay.
is the best way to support me. The link is in my description. It's just your pal Rags. It's my same as my Twitter handle.
Yeah, and
But
I got,
that's
if you're on my channel, I got Rag's link to his YouTube on the top of my description. You can check him out, and vice versa if you're trying to jump over to my side.
Hey, Duke Snuggles donated $5, so thank you very much, Duke. But he has
Cool.
a PSA. He says Bungie has on their website the marathon series for free. So Google Aleph 1. So thanks, Duke. I played Marathon a long time ago, the original, for just a little bit. But I might look into that marathon series for free. So check that out. Go to Bungie's site.
Someone was asking in the comments if why would they bring homosexual people to Andromeda since they need to procreate and
Yeah.
spread the seeds.
They have like 20,000 people on the ship, I
Mhm.
think. At least
Yeah,
on their
there's,
ship.
like,
And there's ones
big-
from other there are other ships from other species too. So I assume it
I
was
acknowledged
because
my donations. Someone said I didn't acknowledge. I saw the donations, guys. I appreciate that too.
yeah, like Jamie Williams, who donated £5. Here's some spare change. Best channel ever. I agree, it is the best channel ever. Thank you very much,
Best.
Jamie.
The
Now
best.
it's £5 better. Awesome.
£5, £5.
But it does seem strange in the sense of, now there are some movies who do this well. I grew up reading a lot of science fiction, and when I played through Mass Effect Andromeda, going through the idea that you are, it's what, 630 years after Mass Effect 3, you go through space, you wake up, it's a new world, new galaxy, all that stuff. It is really, I had to look at it through the science fiction lens of all the books and things that I had read. And in these books that I've read, they were written everywhere between the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all over the place. And a lot of them are very realistic. They take a lot of real physics into these stories, because that's how you can get horror elements from it. Did you see Interstellar?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing that you'll see in stories. It was like
Right.
it was only a couple hours for us. It was 100 years for someone else.
It's the space aspect and the Odyssey kind of idea, the hopelessness of space, the depth, the how that can be scary and dangerous and all that.
And what happened, what was so interesting, is that as I was playing this game, I couldn't help but think, like, you run into the aliens, right? Completely new alien race, and they start attacking your guys and everything. Spoiler alert for the first 10 minutes of the game. And you shoot them and you kill them, and it's like you don't scan them, you don't pick up their rifles, you don't. It's like this is an entirely new alien civilization, and that seems like we just kind of one-offed our first contact with them.
Yeah, I thought about that too. It was actually the next place I was gonna go was, going back real quick, the bigots line. It's like, oh, you're a bigot, and we don't have bigots on our ship. But then at the same time, like, doesn't it seem like your crew and the Pathfinder are kind of like bigoted towards the Ket, and they're just like out to kill them like right away, like you're saying? I mean, in a way, they're forced to fight back. But
yeah, I mean,
it's like there's actually lines where you get further along after you've been fighting them, where the players or the other crew, they're kind of like, yeah, let's kill them, let's get them, let's. They're getting real pumped about taking them down, and I could see that coming from having fought them so long, but it also just seems a little hypocritical.
Agent Bum just sent $400.
What? That's crazy. I thought
Is this a
someone
joke?
someone said $400 in my chat. They're like, what?
Someone said that can't be real. Is there? That can't be real. I don't think that can't be real. Like, is there a way? Are you people? Am I an idiot? And are you people finding some way to like cancel the transaction or some shit like that so it pops up in the chat?
Setup? I don't know. I should check your channel.
What
No,
the
it's probably
fuck?
real, dude. It's probably real. You turned the super chat on, right?
Well, yeah, I did. I didn't think that I'd fucking be getting shit like this. I mean, the chat's obviously shitting themselves.
Oh.
Everyone's saying, "Ha, from rags to riches," but
No, dude, it looks legit on my end too.
no way.
Dude, you're getting like
$400.
mad.
$400.
Is it American? I guess it's a
yeah,
dollar
it
sign,
just
right?
says $400. It's in dollars. It's not a Australia, no pounds.
That's the
And
Australian
his
dollar.
comment was just LOL. Agent Bum just sent $400, and his comment
That's
was
sweet.
lol.
You got 1,000 people watching. That's legit. That's
Wait
legit.
a second. That can't be real. That can't be real. There's no way that's actually $400 fucking dollars. Someone donated $2. Star Citizen thoughts. I haven't I haven't played Star Citizen yet. Truth be told.
You're just verklempt. How do you feel, Rags?
I'm thinking this isn't actually real. There's no way someone actually sent $400.
Someone said there's
Legit sent $2.
chargebacks.
Found some money in a pocket. Enjoy. Thanks, legit. Oh my! There's no. I mean, I don't believe this actually. There's actually no way. We're running an operation here. Operation Get Rags to quit his job.
They're gonna get you to quit, and then all the money goes away or something.
Well, I don't think that's real. That can't actually be real. That someone just sent $400. I don't think that's actually something that someone actually did. There's got to be some sort of, maybe there's an email notification or something that I'm missing here, because that can't actually be right.
I'll try to donate money. See what it says.
Yeah, surely what people can do, they're doing refunds or something, right? Sage Kana, you deserve it. $2.
I don't know, man.
Thanks very much, Sage.
It looks like you gotta put a credit card in. So
Sean Bahuniak sent me $20. He said, "Have you heard anything about the creator system in Mass Effect Andromeda, and how it seems they made it purposefully difficult to make a light-skinned character, and how the character's preset options seem mostly to be variations of brown?" Yes, I did notice that. When I was playing the game, I noticed that it was very difficult for you to kind of get a white character. There was a very heavy emphasis on non-white characters in Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, are the two protagonists, Scott and Sarah, are they white? They're sort of white.
I think so.
They're sort of white.
I mean, I played the girl, and it seems like she's just a white girl.
Yeah, she's sort of white, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that the thing wasn't so much that struck me about the custom characters wasn't so much that none of them were white, which doesn't bother me so much. It just seems strange marketing it towards, Western, audiences, which are mostly white.
No, it's not like it bothers you. It just seems odd.
It does seem really odd, because normally you have to go out of your way to do that. But what was more obvious was how poorly designed they were. What was strange was how these characters were ugly. I mean, the way they were constructed was bad. The facial structures, the hair, these characters look bad. The real reason I stuck with the defaults was because the ones that you had to build upon were so bad. I just said, forget it. I'm just going with the default. Hopefully this will give me the best face.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought too. I also just didn't feel like messing with it too much, but at the same time, the next level of defaults were just kind of weird, and wasn't even into it. I was just ready to play.
Someone sent me Lesur Evol sent me €10. He said it could be real, but you could get screwed with the back charges so the account defaults on the payment. Let's hope that's not the case. I don't need to have this bubble pop to my face like that.
You already spent the money on a graphics card.
Nope, too late. Gotta get my 1080 Ti. Sorry.
Rex spent that money, guys.
Agent Bum sent $2 and said it's really real. He's the
real,
Agent
dude.
Bum sent the 400, and then he sent $2 to say it's really real. So this guy is spending $400. He's giving me $400, and then he's giving me $2 more just to say that the last thing that I sent you was real. So, oh boy,
That's impressive, man.
damn, man, this is kind of
Dude,
mind blowing here.
I think it's because I'm here.
It probably is. You're my good luck. You're my good luck charm.
I'm your like good backup luck charm, dude. I'm bringing the money in. I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it.
You're my good luck charm, and I'm not ever streaming again without you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I'll do the same. Same. We gotta bring it back. We should try it. We should try another night.
Scorn Dog sent me $10. He said, "You gave us so much for so long, asking nothing in return. Your fans support you." Thank you very much, Scorn Dog. He's given me something before. He gave me something before too, and so thank you very much, Scorn Dog. Thanks very much. This has been in a good way. It's been a tumultuous thing.
It's been an exciting stream, dude. We got a lot. We talked about a lot. We got a lot covered. Mass Effect, PBS, JTech, consoles.
StarFox008 spent $6.25. He said, "Rags is a furry, and I'm an idiot for spending 400 credits to say it. Also, at this rate, he's going to be rich as fuck." Yeah, at this rate, I am. Mr. LMG.
625.
Yeah, 625. Mr. LMG donating again to me with $5 Australian says, "Can't do anymore, he wins."
Someone said the Rags and No Bullshit podcast. That could be a thing.
Shit, Cornelius Neil Quintus donated £5 more. Shit, you people are made out of money. He said there is no refunding on YouTube, and also dozens of people keep asking, so I feel obliged. Are you a furry? This is definitely not the first time this has popped up. People do ask often whether or not I'm a furry.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question, and I know exactly where it comes from. I have had some censored furry art in some videos that I have used to kind of do some sort of sexy stuff, normally with characters, just as jokes. And I do have a dog as an avatar. Shiba Inus are normally regarded as handsome breeds of dogs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean when I say that. And I do have some sexual undertones to some of the things that I say. Absolutely. So I do understand why people get that impression. As for whether or not I am a furry, I think that in terms of furries, for me, it's like a lot of things where it's not really something I go for, but at the same time, it's not something that makes me look away. It's one of those sort of neutral kind of fetishes that I can deal with and I don't have a problem with, but it's not my go-to. And I have a lot of my audience are definitely furries. I got a lot of bronies in there too. I saw my first My Little Pony episodes a couple weeks ago. I had some friends in Discord who were saying they were watching some and wanted me to come in and watch it. And I said, yeah, sure, we'll give it a shot. But so I'm exposed to lots and lots of furry porn.
You've seen their fair share.
I have seen my fair share. And I have shit posted my fair share as well. Some of the Discord chats I've been on, it's just like boom, 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 boom. It gets fucking crazy.
It gets spicy.
It gets really spicy. So that's where I stand on it. If it's no big deal to me. I mean, I could get off to it. Sure, yeah, I could. I think
that's a yes. I think that's a yes.
Yeah, but I don't have like a fursona or anything. I don't dress up in costumes and go to the conventions. I'm not quite into it that much.
It's just like you see a hottie.
Sean is saying, I wonder if you are capable of making a character as white as Korra. From what I understand, it's more obvious with female creation than male creation. And Sean sent $5 with that message. So I actually don't know. Korra's the white-haired chick that's off to the side, right?
Which one are you talking about?
Korra.
Where at?
In Mass Effect Andromeda, Korra is the starter chick, right, with the white hair. Yeah,
okay.
She's just as uninspiring and boring as Liam.
The black guy.
They are, yeah, the one with the afro, yeah.
I thought the
Those
same
two
thing. I
those
thought the
two
same
characters are so dull, so boring. If I push them off a cliff, I would have no moral qualms with it.
It was
And
so weird.
and
They
Mass
were
Effect
coming
does
in like
that. Mass Effect starts you off with the two shittiest characters you'll meet in the entire game. Because in Mass Effect 1, you had Kaidan and Ashley. They weren't necessarily terrible characters, but they were very boring. Ashley gets okay, but Kaidan is boring. In Mass Effect 2, you get Miranda Lawson and you get Jacob Taylor, and those are both snooze fests, even though Miranda's hot. And then in Mass Effect 3, your starters are What's-His-Face and Ashley, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, there's the pilot. I mean, I guess if you count Seth Green is like the human pilot.
Joker. Mass Effect
But that's
3
not it.
starter.
You're talking about the partners.
Yeah, starter squad. Let me check. It's been so long since I played it. You start out with let me see. Someone might need to help me in the chat. Also, Nate Civil sent $10 more. He said, "You made more in one night of YouTube than you ever did in 2 weeks of work. Keep it up."
Ooh, I just got $2 on my side too. Thanks, Blitzkrieg 2003.
So
Thanks, guys.
meme enthusiast said spent $5. He sent me something before. Thank you very much. It seems
That's
Operation Get Rags $1,000 was a success. Good job, team.
That's dope,
Has it
dude.
really
You just
been?
paid your rent.
Has it really been 1,000? And
I believe it. I mean, that with that 400 in there.
somewhat known white guy sent me $10 more. Talcum X. He said, "You can't make a character as dark as Mass Effect." He said you can't make a character as dark as me in Mass Effect Andromeda. That's what Sean King is saying. It's fantastic.
That's
I'm
crazy.
actually gonna screenshot. I'm gonna alt print screen that. That's fucking
Dude, you need to
brilliant.
copy that. I think we're getting close to the end here. We could probably be a good time for me. I'm gonna have to duck off soon. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds absolutely.
Good place to end strong. We got a lot covered here and a lot of cool people watching. You guys are awesome for donating so much.
Yeah, I mean, is it really $1,000? That's just kind of.
I
That's
think it's like a
insane.
sign, bro. It's like we do have to come back. We'll have to
holy
reschedule. We'll have to
shit.
schedule something.
I don't even know if this is real.
It's real,
man.
bro. It's real.
I
I believe it. You got a lot of fans in there, and your fans aren't any broke ass council peasants. You got console peasants. They're
Sean sent $5. He said, "How about that PB though? Talk about quality writing. She really embodies the sexuality of the Asari." I haven't met
That's-
PB yet. I know who you're
that's like-
talking about.
yeah.
Someone's saying-
saying.
$1,054.25.
Ooh, Ethan just tipped me $10 right before we
Well, hell yeah.
wrap things up. That's awesome, dude.
Um,
Yeah, sorry to duck out on you too. I just gotta.
no, go for it, man. Hey, I'd
But
love
if
to
you
have you
wanna
on
stay-
another stream. We'll get what we'll do is we'll get a bunch of stuff lined up. We can always find things to talk about. We can do
Yeah, we'll set
collabs
something
and
up,
things
dude.
like that. But if we can find some good stuff, I'm sure that
For sure.
yeah, as this progresses, we'll definitely have stuff to talk about here because it looks like it's still in the minority, and a majority of gamers are definitely not for this stuff. But it
Yeah,
seems
it's
like
just-
there's
it's
enough to
pushed.
keep conversations going.
I believe it. I believe it. I hear you, man. It's a good idea. It's a good talk, and I think the people want to hear more. Apparently, they're going crazy. So
Kyle sent me $10. He said, "Love your videos, Rags." Well, thanks, Kyle. I love you too.
love you, Kyle. My last one was from Ethan. Thanks, Nexus and the comedian and Straight Sith Male for watching. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, but I'll try to get Switchpoint wanted me to get Appabend in here, and I'll try to do that too. He lives in Indonesia though, so I don't know what the time is with him and I. I have done streams with him before, so I need to get him in here because he's a really good guy, and he's big into the SJW stuff. He knows more about the Marvel stuff, but if I could get you and him in there, that would be really
Yeah,
excellent if we could do
That's
something
actually
like
a good one because I will look it up too because I would want to go into the Marvel stuff in more detail, like some of the stories maybe like.
that.
'Cause I've just heard a little bit about it, but I wanted to see really what they're changing with the characters and whatnot.
I'll see. I mean, hopefully by the time I really get heavy into it, they will have updated it quite a bit, and I'll have better stuff to work with because I really I don't. I mean, it's gonna be a long game. It's gonna be a long haul. It's Mass Effect game, hours wise especially. I don't want to sit through a shitty game.
Yeah, I don't think it's shitty. I think this stuff is kind of in the grand scheme of the game, it's just trivial. It's just some dialogue. The game still holds up. I played enough to know that. I mean, I haven't seen the ending, or I don't know if it's perfect, but it's definitely worth the time.
Vienticus sent $5. He said, "The price of freedom is vigilance and tolerance. The consequence is complacency. This is why I support you. Intelligent, objective talk." Thank you, Vienticus. I'm not truly objective. I've got my biases. I think we all do, but I acknowledge that I have some of mine. But I try to keep an open mind and a clear head. But thanks much for the $5, man. I appreciate that.
That's amazing. What a day. What a day.
Well, I'll catch you later, man. I'll see you around.
Thanks again for having me on. And thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for Rags fans. Thanks new guys coming on, and it's been a lot of fun, dude. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, go check out No Bullshit. Please go and do that.
Yeah, go check out Rags. Yeah. We got links in the description, guys. It's been a great show. Peace out.
All right, I'm gonna go just a little bit further, address some people in the chat, and then I'll go ahead.
Yeah, you continue. I'm sorry I had to duck out. I just had to. I have to get out of here in a few minutes.
Man, I got you.
Still a lot
it's
of
late,
fun, dude.
Almost midnight. Yeah. About 45 minutes.
Yeah, for sure though, dude. But again, yeah, it's been fun, dude. I'll hit you up in the chat and we'll figure out another video.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah, totally, dude. Have a good night.
See ya.
Later, bro.
Jacob Rogers sent $5. He said, "I told you on Twitter you should do Let's Plays and you weren't enthused. Do it." Well, fuck. If this is any indication, I'd better start doing it. I'd be a fool not to, but thanks for the $5, Jacob. I really appreciate that. Duke Snuggles, are you still working with Galactic Bubblegum Productions? No, but anytime he wants me to do something for him, I will gladly do it. That was cool to see. He's a very, very talented guy. He's a very, very, very talented guy. He does good stuff. Wasabi Wilson, $10. Thank you, Wasabi Wilson. Thanks for the killer content. Well, thanks for $10. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Force Avarsian. Is it Avarsian? Vorce Avarsian? He did $10. Watching the gameplay in your videos, your talent shooting the dudes alone is worth some money. I'll always be cannon fodder scrub. Enjoy that talent. I do, Vorce. Thank you very much. Sometimes I think I enjoy it too much. Thanks $2 to Dr. Samuel Hayden, $2. He just wanted to say meme. Fair enough. Oh, man. Rags is being affected by greed. Oh, man. That's pretty insane. I thought I might get a little bit here and there. I thought that this would be a good way for people to pitch in a little bit so that I could, cause look, I'm jumping it, cause with AdSense going the way it is, I still don't know what I make from AdSense yet. I haven't even had it open long enough to get like a monthly statement or anything. But with all this stuff going on with YouTube, with all this stuff going on with the media and the ads and demonetization and the lack of things running like they should, it really got me down because it started happening right when I set up monetization on my YouTube channel. So I thought, well, Patreon will be able to kind of carry me forward. You know, I got a lot of very generous patrons who want me to keep doing what I do. And I was really concerned that I wouldn't make what I was hoping to make and expecting to make. But so far in this chat, I've got $400, $100. I got pounds and euros flying my way. I got Australians chucking me money. I mean, that's insane. Some people were saying I've made over $1,000. Kyle Daubert just gave me $20. He said, "I wish I could give to you on Patreon, but I can't, so this will have to do." And Kyle, it does more than you know. And I'm extremely appreciative for that. Connor McMinion. Connor Mini Miniman sent £2. I love your sexy voice. Well, thank you much. I love your sexy £2. And if you guys say hi, I do see that in the chat. I try to keep up with chat as best as I could. So X-Man and Spencer and all you guys, I do see what you're saying here. Matthew Carroll just donated $10. It's ironic that SJWs in gaming, if not in general, is something that I like, something that I talk to fellow gamers a lot. I love your content and got me wanting to try a few games like Titanfall 2. Well, thank you very much for the $10, Matthew. And I will say Titanfall 2 is a fantastic game. It has a short but amazingly good campaign. Loved the campaign for Titanfall 2. It's only about 4.5 hours. But the multiplayer is also really fun too, and I definitely recommend that. It's a lot to learn, a lot to enjoy. So it's definitely worth the money, I think. Great game. Great game. Oh, I'm going to shut this down in a second. I've been going for about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it's weird because... Crowslaw, thanks, Rags. Being surrounded by ignorance is difficult. You help keep me happy. Thanks. I'm glad that I do. But shit, I mean, it's weird because I'm looking at this chat here and everyone's being so generous and really supporting me like this, and I think that's crazy. It's almost like it's disruptive in a good way because people are really helping me out here. Wowie's asking if I'll ever do merchandise. I might do merchandise. I don't know. I've had people come to me, like Teespring and stuff. And so I might. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Yo, Rags, can I get an internet high five? You can. I'll send it to your email. Rags is like if Milo was actually cool. Sorry, Nathan, I do have to actually go in a little bit. It's about 11:20 here. Have you ever considered talking with Bearing on SJW stuff? I have. I was in one live stream with Bearing once, and he seems like a nice guy. We talked for a little bit. I was in there with Irate Bear and some other dudes. But yeah, I have, and I've enjoyed some of Bearing's stuff. Bearing's a smart guy. Bearing is a smart guy, and I like him, and he's doing God's work. Matt Kern says your videos help me win lots of PC and video game debates. That's what I like to hear. I like when people use the knowledge that I've got, and they use that and they try to convert others. I say convert like it's a religion or something. But I'm glad that I'm glad you're soaking it up. I'm glad it's really getting. I'm glad you're really soaking it up. Let me see here. I've been with you since Restless Rajik said, I've been with you since Cyrus Martin. Oh, Cyrus Martin. I don't know what Cyrus Martin is up to, but you know what? I can find out, can't I? I can find out. Let's go to YouTube here. And let's go to Cyrus Martin. Let's see. Oh, the first thing that pops up is Cyrus Martin Rags, of course. Of course. Cyrus Martin. Let's see, videos. Video game virus is over. That's weird. I think the video game virus is his his website. That's kind of sad. I don't want Cyrus Martin's website to be over. I don't want him to shut down or anything. After about 2 years of meeting some. Oh, he's shutting down this YouTube channel. That was on February 26th of 2017. I didn't know. No one ever told me. That's not good. He says, after about 2 years of meeting some great people and having a ton of fun, I'm shutting down this YouTube channel. I will be moving all of my efforts in game rambling over to epicallygeeky.com. Please subscribe over there. I would really appreciate it if you came with me and helped me to build something great. Thanks so much for everything. And there's a link to Epically Geeky. Huh. So I'm glad he's still making videos, but I'm not happy to see that he's closing his channel. I think that the guy who runs this channel with him is a dude he did some other stuff with in the past. Well, I hope that his channel is successful and it grows to be very large. What has he done here? Cyrus is concerned about the gaming industry. All right, maybe I'll come back here and I'll check some of this stuff out. But it's not good that his video game virus channel is gone. I mean, I haven't really had my It's weird to think about myself shutting down my channel if things went a certain way. So it must be really rough. He's not a big channel. He's got about he's put a lot of work into it. He puts a lot of work into it. Cyrus Martin is. I would never make fun of his lack of attempts. I mean, he's got 551 videos, 650 subs. So I mean, he's been doing this for a long time, and he's been putting a lot of work and stuff into his videos, and it's. I mean, I'm not happy to see that it's closing down. I'm glad he's still making content though, but it must be tough to close something down that you've been working very hard on. So, I'll keep this open, see if there's anything that's relevant that I might want to reply to. But, I mean, here's the thing. There's... Oh shit, someone gave me $100. Christopher Barr, the $100. Keep up the good work. I will keep up the good work, Christopher. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Rags, take it to heart. You are making a big move and we love you. Thanks much. Quick thoughts on Windows 10 as software? In terms of... Tyler Martin's asking about my thoughts on Windows 10 as software. It's been fine for me. I've had no issues with Windows 10 in terms of software. But as for the UWP, fuck that shit. To hell with UWP. Rags, please say my name one more time. Okay, Robert Arroway. Man, but thanks so much, Christopher, for the $100. Thanks a whole bunch. Why is everyone typing F in chat? I gotta find out what this is coming from. Why is everyone typing F in chat? Why is everyone pressing F? Oh, everyone's pressing F to pay their respects. Of course. Of course. Of course. Press F to pay your respects to the channel. Absolutely. Cyrus Martin, we didn't agree on everything, but I'm glad that you are not truly gone. Only this channel is. Press F to pay respects. Absolutely press F to pay your respects. The chat's going crazy with F. A fitting gaming send-off to Cyrus Martin's Video Game Virus channel. Ishinator donated $5.69. First time I ever donated anyone. I love your vids. Probably my last unless you stream. Adding stuff. I whack to one furry porn for every 100 porn, so I whack it twice a day. What the fuck? Kyle Daubert sent $5. When my phone says Rags just uploaded, it makes my day. Nay, my week. Thank you. Well, Kyle, I'm very glad that my work is going to make you happy. Vladimir Litt, sending $5 Canadian. Patreon goals? Third message, please respond. I'm sorry if I don't catch your messages, Vlad. There's a lot of people typing. I mean, the fucking chat is going crazy sending their respects for Cyrus Martin's channel here with the F, so I'm not going to see it as it zooms on by scrolling. I don't know what my Patreon goals are. That's the thing. I've got quite a few patrons, almost 200 now. And I don't know exactly what I need to do. I've talked with like Jeff Holiday about it, and kind of got some ideas from him. Jeff Holiday's a fantastic channel too. He's a great guy, really down to earth, awesome guy. So you guys should go and subscribe to Jeff Holiday on YouTube here. Sub to him on or follow him on Twitter too. But don't worry, I'm not ignoring you if I don't see you. I just don't see you because chat's going crazy. But yeah, it's sad that the channel's going down. It's really a shame. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Cyrus Martin's channel here, go to discussions, and I'm gonna go to F, and I'm gonna pay my respects. Paying my respects to Cyrus Martin. That's a shame. You see, here's the thing. I hate JTech TV. He's a piece of shit. He's a bad person he's bad on a personal level. All right? He's bad. He's a bad person on a personal level. He is a piece of shit. He attacks channels. That's a great way to see if someone's good or not. They attack people's channels. Match is asking me about Destiny 2. I'm glad it's coming to PC. I don't know enough about it right now to really comment on it, and I didn't play Destiny 1. Let me see here. Spyman 3000 donated $5. Nigga whomst is B. Shiro Amanda, $6.66. Will you ever set Patreon rewards, like invites for patrons on stream? I might. I don't know. That's probably what I might do, is like hangouts and things of that nature. I might do that. But thanks to you, Shiro, and thanks very much, Spyman3000. But everyone, go to... Here, let me get that channel, actually. And I'm going to put it in the description here. And you guys can go to the channel. And you can pay your respects. So, I'm going to add this. Pay your respects to Cyrus Martin channel. So there we go. I've linked it. Pay your respects. There you go. If you guys could head on over there and pay your respects with but a simple F, I would really, really appreciate that for you guys. Bobby Pinard. I assume that's Pinard, like it is Picard. $20. Thanks, Bobby. Good things truly do come to those who wait. Bayonetta came out to Steam today, and I'm playing it at 1080p with 60 FPS on my EVGA 950 SSC. That being said, I love what you've been doing, and please keep it up. I will, Bobby. I will definitely keep it up. Samuel Mashi, $10. I found you about a month ago and binged to all your vids while at work. Now I have to wait for your vids like everyone else. Keep them coming. Also F. Absolutely, Samuel. Also F. But I do that. There are channels out there that I kind of binged, and then I got to all their stuff, and I had to wait like a normie. Dr. Randomer Cam is one of those. I went through and I watched like all of his stuff, and now I have to wait for him to upload. Such a shame. So thanks again, Samuel. Vladimir Lit, $5 Canadian. Short for Vladimir is Vova, by the way. I didn't know that. But thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vladimir. Privyet, gospodin, I believe. The thing is with, like I was saying about JTech TV, the thing I was saying about these channels is that I don't want them shut down unless they actually do really sad shit, all right? Unless they actually, like, break laws or something like that, or if they are actually attacking channels to get those channels taken down. I don't want people to stop making videos. I don't want channels to get shut down. I don't want YouTube channels to just turn into nothing and fade away into obscurity. I mean, like Cyrus Martin, he's always had a small channel. He didn't have a very big viewership, but he definitely had a passion for what he did. He put a lot of work into it, probably maybe more than I did. He certainly had more editing knowledge than I do. For those of you who don't know, I use Movie Maker to make my videos. I use fucking Movie Maker, all right, to make my videos. So, I mean, he does have a lot of passion for what he does. And it's sad to see someone put all that effort into something and then have him close it down. Effort doesn't necessarily mean success, unfortunately. There's a lot of channels out there who work much harder than I do, who don't have my viewership. And they are much more talented than me in terms of making videos and making content, putting things together. Appabend, for instance, his videos are they're better constructed than mine are in terms of their technical levels. He's he's a young, talented creator, and I hope he sticks around for a long time. And I don't want channels to get shut down. The more channels, the merrier. Like, even PBS Game Show. It's like, I'm not going to cry that they're not making videos. But at the same time, I'm not glad that they're not doing it either. Even lolcows can give us, well, the lols. Matthew Carroll sending more cash. Sadly, I think $10 was not enough. I only just got in when you were talking about Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm more curious about what I missed. Well, this one I'll keep up. This one will be live, so you can watch this on the channel after I'm finished with it. I'm glad not to even touch it. Mass Effect Andromeda is not a bad game, and I heard it really gets cooking after about 6 hours. But I can't speak to that personally. But I can see where at least it will open up. Let me see here. Scroll through a bit. Bobby Pinard, $5. Mr. J says, Rags Bayonetta, let's play. Someone who isn't broke, please say this, and I agree. I might. Normally when I play games, it's kind of to escape into my own little world. It's kind of me time. When I play video games, it's sort of there for me to just kind of wind down and enjoy myself. But I might really go for it. Absolutely, I might really do that. Absolutely. Holy shit! I've got 81 replies already on the Rags comment I just left. Man, you guys are fucking awesome. Oh man, the Cyrus Martin discussion. I've already got 81 replies. F, man. Oh, that is fantastic. You guys are something else. Let's fucking keep this going, man. Oh, that's fantastic. You guys are the best. Sadly, Rags, it is evident that my question will remain unanswered. I do apologize for taking up space. That other more better comments, per se. Good day to you all. Keep up the good content, Rags. Hydra Soldier, come on, don't be like that. Look, the chat, like, you understand, the chat is scrolling by super fast, especially when everyone was paying their respects. There are 740 people watching right now, even as I wind down. That's a lot of people. And I only see so much in the chat, so I don't mean to ignore you. I really don't. I just can only see so much. The best way to get in touch with me, Hydra Soldier, is to send me an email or to contact me on Twitter, and I will try to eventually get to it. So that's the best way. That's the best way to reach me right now. Rags, I wonder what you think about JTech TV saying PC is losing more exclusives than Xbox One. I don't know how you can have more than all, but he understands he's losing all of his too, right? And he should be glad that they're not exclusives anymore, because now more people can play and enjoy the games he loves. But, ugh. And Smeggle, ICUP. That one's for you. Rags, are you going to buy a Titan XP with this cash? Fuck, I just might. Shit, I don't know much about it yet. I know about it, I haven't really looked into it. Titan XP. Oh, you mean the fucking $7,800 one? You mean that? Let me look into this here. 1080 Ti, world's fastest GPU, also overpriced. Yeah, it is. NVIDIA's $1,300 Titan XP is roughly 10% faster than the GTX 1080 Ti, and roughly as fast as a 1070 SLI configuration. It's the best of the best, but it's shockingly poor value for money. I'm reading this from The Game Debate by John Sutton. Shit, probably not. I'm probably just going to stick with the 1080 Ti, a Zotac Amp Extreme, because I've got Amp Extreme 980 Ti's in SLI, and they've been doing fantastically well. They've been doing really well. So I'm looking to do them first. Let me see. Rax is very good at responding on Twitter. He replied super fast when I had questions about my PC. I'm not tech support, by the way. If you ask me tech questions, I'm not the guy to do for that. I'm not tech support. So I'm actually not a huge tech guy, strange as it sounds. So I got you, Hydra. Thanks very much. Rags, you could do talk shows on Twitch if you'd like to possibly increase your viewership. Maybe, but at this point, I just need to focus on what I've got. You know, I don't want to focus on really getting bigger at the moment. I think what I've got right now is really something amazing, and I want to kind of focus on that at the moment, especially with how immensely generous everyone has been tonight. This has been really eye-opening for me. I thought I'd just come in here with a really awesome YouTuber, no bullshit, and talk about stuff, and then the money poured in, and you guys just, that's really humbling. It is really humbling. It really means a lot to me. Rags, this is Ridrin. I listen to your stuff at my computer repair shop. I convert gamers from console all the time by showing them the savings and what you're able to do. Well, that means a lot coming from someone who's in the biz. Also, I cannot, Tutal, I cannot read that strange foreign language. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I can pronounce Cyrillic, though. I know a bit of Cyrillic. Rags, I have a question for you that will get lost in the chat. What inspired your name? Borgpack is asking me that. There's literally nothing to it. There's nothing for it. The dog has no secret meaning. The name has no secret meaning. There's no deep underlying message to Rags being a Shiba Inu. There's really nothing behind it all that much. I mean, there's no inspiration. I just kind of picked up a simple, easy name, Rags. I saw it once, and I just saw the word, and was like, yeah, that's a simple name. And the dog, I just like the dog. It's a cool, handsome-looking dog. You know what I mean when I say handsome. It's just a good-looking animal. And so I picked it. There you go. People are going to cherry-pick that. Devin Budd sent me $10. Thanks very much, Devin, for the tenner. Thanks much. Hey, Rags, I've been watching and following your channel for about a year, and I just wanted to thank you for all the content you've produced over time. Keep doing you, my friend. Will, Devin, I will absolutely keep doing me. I do myself all the time, and I will not stop. Rags, I think people can cancel their donations. You know, I think they possibly can. I think someone sending $400. I don't want to seem too cynical here, but someone sending $100, $50, $400 to someone on a stream is a little crazy. I hope not. I sincerely hope they don't. I could absolutely use every penny of that. But I understand that I have to be realistic. Oh, boy. Anyway, Rags watches the movie Rags at least once a year. I've not seen that movie. I hear it is not good. Hey, Bob and Scurvy Talk sent me $5. Thanks for getting me into Battlefield 1. You're the best. Been following you for a while. Keep your shit up. I will keep my shit up. And I haven't played Battlefield 1 in a while. I need to get back into that. It's not a bad game at all. Rags, have you ever played Gmod before? Yeah, I've got like 360, 380 hours in Gmod. I played a shit ton of Gmod. I loved Trouble in Terrorist Town. I've had tons of fun in Trouble in Terrorist Town. Connor Grice, $5. Hey, Rags, I donated $5 a month to you on Patreon a few minutes ago. Well, thanks very much, Connor. That means a lot to me, and that's one of the best things that people can do. And also, I've been subbed since 80,000 subs. Please do a review on Battlegrounds soon, please. Everyone's asking me about Battlegrounds. Everybody keeps asking me about Battlegrounds. I guess I'm going to have to really get into it. There's a guy I know who streams it. Ruckup is his name. He's big into it. I'll get into Battlegrounds. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll stream it, but I will play Battlegrounds. People keep asking me about it all the time. Battlegrounds, Battlegrounds, Battlegrounds. Because I like H1Z1. It's okay. But I'm really kind of looking for something a bit more refined. I'm looking for something a bit more, I guess, clean in the shooting, especially. Let me put a hat on. I got long-ass hair. Here we go. Let's put that on. One of the reasons I wear a hat. I have long hair. It goes down to my shoulders. Hi, Rags. Hello, hello. Nate Civil, dicks out for Rags, $10. Hell yeah. Send all your nudes to 1-800-GET-RAGS@gmail.com. Mr. LMG, Australian $50. You've been donating before and you keep pouring money at me, man. I don't know where you're getting this. I hope this isn't, someone else's credit card you're doing this with, but you say I'm not crazy. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. $50, man. That's so incredible. That's so fucking insanely incredible. Can I afford to get Battlegrounds? I think I can. I have it, though. I think I've got it. Because I had, like, the closed alpha thing, and I barely touched it. Thoughts on Installation 01? I don't know about that. Installation 01. Fan-made Halo game being made by Halo lovers working from all around the world. Huh. Interesting. I've never heard of this, but I'm going to keep this tab open so I could check into it later. We aim to build an artistic tribute to Halo that recreates the multiplayer experience of the Bungie-era games. Yeah, because the Bungie-era ones... Look, I loved Halo Reach, Halo 3, Halo 2. I love these games. Some of my favorite moments ever... Some of my favorite video game moments ever were playing split-screen, multiplayer, and single-player with friends when I was really young. Some of my favorite gaming moments ever. Man, I really want Halo to be good. I really want Halo to be good. How many replies are we up to? 121 replies. Hell yeah, guys. Good job. That's what we need. That's fantastic. 121 replies paying their respects to Cyrus Martin. God bless you guys. You guys are doing the Lord's work, man. Jacob Rogers, $5. Do you really have long hair? That's hot. It's down to my shoulders, kind of. It's just I want to get it long so I can kind of put it in a ponytail behind me, like Solid Snake. It's almost at that point, almost there. But normally it kind of hangs over my forehead, and I've got it parted, and it looks pretty good. It's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, but there you go. $10. Who can pay the most respects? F. Wasabi Wilson. Thanks again, Wasabi Wilson, for $10. I appreciate that. Oh, guys, don't go out of your way sending me money. Please don't. If you can't afford to send me something, please don't. Right? Please don't. Don't get it into your head that I'm not insanely grateful for what you're doing. Because I am. I'm very grateful for this kind of support. This is insane. Like, it's surreal. I'm still processing this. But I mean, if you can't give, don't go out of your way to. All right? I don't want to send anybody to the poorhouse here. Chris Devlin sent $2. $20 to Patreon. Didn't know per month. Single dad help. Single dad help. Anything, look, Chris, anything you give me, if it's just $1, I'm still immensely appreciative. Even if it's $1, if it's 50 cents, I appreciate you. Rags, fuck you, I'll donate $500 someday. I'll have a special Rags fund. Nah, man, you spend that on you. You spend that on you. Matchstick Gamer, Rags, what AMD graphics card would you recommend? I don't really know much about AMD. I'm not a good guy to ask about AMD stuff. I've always kind of used NVIDIA, and it's always been good to me, so I've stuck with them. And I use Shadowplay for my gameplay recordings. So I'm sticking with what works. And I've also got G-Sync on my monitor, and it's fantastic. So I'm not good to ask about AMD stuff. Rags, I've only been on here a minute, but I feel like you should reconsider mentioning G2A when speaking on how cheap PC games can be, since they're known for selling keys bought with stolen cars. Yeah, before the whole fiasco kind of erupted, I had mentioned them. And I used to have them bookmarked. I don't anymore. I only recommend them very, I recommend them tentatively. I don't really do so anymore. I'll go there if there's a game I want to buy that's very old, or if there's a game that I don't really want to support the devs if they've done some really shitty stuff. I definitely do not think about going to G2A much anymore. Not something I really have on my mind. Rags, my 1050 Ti has arrived. Well, I hope you enjoy. Just plug it on in. And I hope it's better than what you had before. Rags, check out VidMe. I know about VidMe. Don't you worry about that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Again, guys, if you haven't, go to Cyrus Martin's channel. The link is in the description of this video. Pay your respects in his discussion section there. Wish him well. I wish him the best, Cyrus Martin. And I hope that... Oh, I'm actually in his related channels. So is Top Hats and Champagne. Boogie2988. Ugh, the Console King is on his related channel. Ugh. I'm up top, though. Ha, 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 ha. But, you guys have a great night. Man, you guys have a fantastic night. I mean, Agent Bum, Christopher Barth, Mr. LMG, there's Wasabi. Let me see who else we had here. I mean, I've got it all saved. A bunch. Oh, Sean King, of course. Of course, Sean King, somewhat known white guy. I really, really appreciate. I know. I'm sure that there's probably some way for you to snatch the money back and refund it, or it's not charged correctly or whatever. But I really, really appreciate all you guys who sent me something. That really means a lot. I didn't expect to have this happen tonight. Love you, Rag. Say my name once more before you go. Wowie woo. There you go. I've said your name. Good night, and to all you guys, thank you a whole bunch. That means a whole lot to me. In a way that I probably cannot properly express using only voice over the internet. So you guys have a fantastic night, and I really, really appreciate all you guys. That means a lot to me. So thank you. And you have a good night.